we're good to stream some things. I'm very tired, as I've just now realized sitting down. I've done a lot of things today. Could potentially do all what I wanted to do today, but I'm purposely not. The one thing I'm leaving out is just fuck, what's the word? Shit. Oh. I'm leaving out filming one episode of Orm's Forum that I was supposed to do today, because I wanted to film it just in case after I get back from my trip I'm like dead, but I think I'll be fine. And I'm not doing that for two reasons. One, I want to get to bed on like a realistic time so that I'm not dead tired in the morning when I have to go to the airport. And the topic that I'm talking about, I want to read a little bit into before I actually talk about it. So those are my reasonings. But anyway. Holy shit, it's Jeff with the Overwatch team. Hi, Jeff with the Overwatch team. How are you? Why'd you make Diva so strong? She doesn't need to be that strong. She's far too powerful. Nerf her a little bit. Listen to her. She's asking you to nerf her. Just do it. No one will be mad. But anyway, today we're gonna be editing a podcast because that's what we're doing, bitch. Oh, the pop filter is far too close to the mic, but that's okay. Hello, line of characters. I'm gonna call you T-Man. I probably won't. You'll nerf Roadhog a bit more. But you just buffed Roadhog. What are you talking about, Jeff? God. You're so inconsistent. So what we need to do to start... This whole clip is useless. I don't know why I have it. So I'm just gonna delete it. We have, as far as I know, I think 3. We have 3 files for each shot. So these are all cam, this is Rob cam, this is Benny cam. So what I need to do is I need to figure out, first of all, if they're continuous or if they're separate. And what that means is sometimes cameras, to compensate for recording for long periods of time and keeping file sizes not huge, they will just split the file at a certain size. So I need to figure out if that's what these 3 files are, or if they're just separate things entirely. That is very loud. Hold on, I'm just gonna... Okay, so that is separate, because that's not, you know.
It's cool. Yeah, that's right. He has a psychic break and he...
That is also separate. So that means we need to... That means this is a lot more work, because we need to make 3 multicam sequences, as opposed to 1 or 2. So first off, we need to do a lot of things. Hi Cameron, hi Mopey. How's everybody doing? I'm hanging out. My goal is to get this done within 3 hours. It's been 4.5 minutes. The rough cut should take about an hour. 30 minutes for 30 to 45 minutes for asset gathering. And then maybe another 30 to 45 to place all those assets, and then another 30 for export. So we shall see. We'll have to see. So make sure that's synced. Yep. All right. So now what we're going to do is, just to make things easier on ourselves, just in case the, oops, see, that was a mistake there. So that's one down. Now we have to do the second. So just a general overview of what I'm doing right now. I'm syncing the actual good audio from the mixer and these mics to the cameras. And I have to do that 9 times for each file here. The reason I checked to see if they were seamless before, seamless and continuous, was if that was the case, then I could easily just sync the first one and then put the other 2 for that same camera right after it. But because there's a clear stop recording, start recording, you have to sync each individual one and then make different multicam things. Hi, Scott. Why are you here? You never show up to these streams. What an amateur. Look, man. Just trying to do my job. So yeah, we're just gonna, so that this is gonna be a little more difficult for the second multicam. We'll figure it out. We're just gonna do this for now, cause you know. Oh, I fucked up. Hold on. This is live, Mr. Seb. If I'm not... Shouldn't the multicam work on all the clips regardless of if there's a gap? Yes and no. Ideally, I can just throw all of these clips into a multicam and say sync by audio, but Premiere doesn't do that for me for some reason. So this is the workflow that I've come up with for it.
So I was sitting at a model job at UK one day.
I don't even know if this clip is... Okay, no, it is. It has stuff at the back. It's just for some reason because of how loud the actual raw audio of these clips is. Like, legit, the other day, I had the easiest thing in the world. It was just one video clip for each camera, and I tried syncing it through a multicam audio without doing what I'm doing right now. And it said it couldn't find a sync point, even though it was recording the same audio on all of them. And I think that's just because it was so loud and so echoey, and like the onboard mic is just so terrible on the cameras that they're using, that Premiere was like, this is too much. There's no clear point. I can't find it. So I have to do things more manually to make it easier when I switch to automatic. And it's time consuming, but it works. So, I don't complain. But no, it would be nice if I could just do this, but it's not gonna work. It would also be nice if they just kept recording continuously, but I'm sure there's a reason that they don't. Because I don't know if this it's probably just because the camera stops at 30 minutes. It doesn't continue past 30 minutes. I'm getting many texts. But I'm busy working, so. Sorry. Yeah, like this is where, after the first one, this is where things are gonna get shady. I'm trying to think if I want to save my ass now or later. I'll do it later. I'm just gonna bank on, because there's also sometimes the reason I'm worried about certain things here is sometimes Premiere can't even for me, Premiere can't even find a similar it can't sync audio even if it's the same audio. So even though right now I'm literally using the same audio clip to sync all these together so that the multicam sequence will actually reliably sync everything correctly, there's still a chance that it won't, and I'll have to do it manually with in-out points. I am going on a trip. I'm going to Colorado for a few days to see my mom, because she's working up there right now, and then I didn't sync this one, I just went straight to nesting it. And then I'm going to up to the Comics Dorian crew times, which is why I'm editing the podcast on Wednesday and not Thursday or Friday like I normally do, because it goes out on Saturdays. Okay. I think Scott left. He has more important things to do. Haven't read Metal #1 yet. I'm 3 weeks behind on comics at this point. Maybe they will let me play Overwatch. We'll see. Hey everybody. Man, there's lots of people coming in. Rad. Friendly reminder, there's a link in the description where I don't know if it works because no one's done it yet, but if you donate a certain amount of money, or if you just donate any money, I think you can like play a song or something on the stream. I'm not really sure. I set it up, but no one's used it yet, so. And you can have a message come up on screen and everything. I'm a real streamer boy. You can't super chat more than $500? I guess not. You can use the link in the description to do more than $500 though. Curious as to why you're asking. Here we go. 23. Alright, now that that's done, what we have to do is create 3 multicam sequences out of these 9 regular sequences. So, we're going to take the ones and then create one called multicam 1 and sync it by audio and pray to the Premiere gods, the Adobe gods, that it works. What sentence do you want? Okay, it worked. Cool. What sentence do you want me to finish? I don't keep a running script of what I say. Ugh. There's the second one working just fine. Good. Also, you want to make sure that you right click on the one that you want to be the first thing.
Looking good.
Oh, what happened? Did it work? Oh shit, I'm getting rickrolled. Fuck, it worked. Hell yeah. Thanks, Mopey. Mopey's rickrolling us, guys. I don't even think it's gonna get to the. It's gonna cut off right before the good part. Hell yeah. It did. That was fucking great. Oh, good. I'm gonna have to fix that. It goes straight to my PayPal, and I just got an email and a notification, so if that happens a lot, I'm gonna be getting a lot of emails and notifications. I think if you pay more money, you can play it for longer. I'm not really sure. Or you can choose the length. I don't really know how it works. But thank you, Mopey, regardless. Appreciate it. Oh, that's why. I was like, why is this vignette so intense? I didn't drop the opacity of it. So yeah, there you go. That's what happens. You can play a song if you are so inclined for whatever reason.
Now, like,
Okay. That's kind of messed up.
you're right. Well,
Messed up.
you're right. Well,
All right. So now what we're doing, I don't know why there's so much dead space in the end of these, but there is for whatever reason. It's probably one of the sequences has like blank video or something. Some more notifications that could possibly happen on stream. If you support on Patreon at all, that'll come up as well if you pledge anything on Patreon. I do think with the song thing, you have $2 is the minimum for playing a song, I think. I don't know if I set that or not. That was just like what was there. I meant to label these, not do that. Okay, so now we're just gonna go into multicam mode. And watch this. Oh, this is on full. Probably doesn't need to be on full. So now we're gonna go into a state of nothing. Just kind of listen.
okay.
We need to find a starting point first.
I said please.
There you go. You can tell these are all perfectly in sync. Well, not perfectly, but the Benny cam is like slightly off, but that's fine.
You absolutely love that pin.
I do.
I don't. Okay, why do you love that thing so much?
Because we're professionals. See, this is our B-roll. This is how we do things. We always do the B-roll first, right, guys? This makes us.
You absolutely.
All right, so this is the B-roll, he says. So we're gonna cut this first and then put it at the end of the sequence. Why is that not? Oh, it's because this is not locked. There we go. What's up, comic enthusiast? Don't talk about comics in my chat. I'm 3 weeks behind.
You absolutely love that pin.
I do.
You absolutely love that pin.
I do.
I don't. Okay, why do you love that thing so much?
Because we're professionals. See, this is our B-roll. This is how we do things. We always do the B-roll first, right, guys? This makes us a professional.
Oh, oops. I always forget to do that. I need to just change that in the template. Okay.
Professional production. It's $10 on Amazon. If you want to be a professional video production studio, you buy one of these.
Gary, the new camera guy. What's your stance on that? Gary says you're wrong. What's your stance on that, Gary?
He's not on a mic. No one can hear him.
Well, they can kind of hear him a little bit, maybe.
No, they can't.
Okay.
They really can't. Like, it won't pick him up over there.
They can, though. What do I think about the YouTube changes?
So as far as they're
It's
concerned,
too bright. And the dark mode sucks. But otherwise, I think it looks pretty.
up over there.
Okay, fine.
So as far as they're concerned, I'm right. This is a legit production studio.
Gary said he's wrong.
No.
You have to believe me. Would I lie to you?
But seriously, I feel as odd as a feeling as it is. We bought all of this equipment, right? We bought these insane microphones that were way too expensive, and Rob convinced me to buy them.
Oh, they are such good microphones, though.
But my credit limit is like blown out. But whatever. Rob convinced me to get that, and then to get these.
Oops. Sometimes I switch and I don't mean to. I actually do have one of those.
Rob convinced me to get that, and then to get these boom mics.
I don't use it though because there's literally no point.
To put on it, to buy a new mixer, to get.
It's just so much easier to clap. The only reason people use those on professional productions, they're not even using those. They're using ones that have electronics in them that link up to the cameras and the actual time codes. Using that clacker is, when you boil it down, no different than a clap.
It's an Overwatch headset. He convinced me to do all of this.
I did not convince you for the Overwatch headset.
But I feel like no matter what we buy, this, as far as the outsider is concerned, means that we are now legit.
That has the best payoff of all the things.
It does, because you can look at these, like, unless you know audio, you look at this microphone and you're like, okay,
he's not wrong here.
right? But if you know audio,
I know
cool.
what those mics
You don't know
are.
what
Those
the
mics are
laptop is, like,
$400
what the mixer is, unless you know the
podcasting
mixer.
microphones.
But everyone in the world sees this as a legit production studio.
Action. Lights, camera, action.
It's
That's it.
camera
That's why I like
action.
that thing.
I want to go onto a movie studio one day to see if they
Action,
actually say that.
action.
Lights, camera.
Oops. I kind of watched a bit of this earlier, so I know what's happening here, but I switched too early.
Lights, camera.
They let me do it once in one of the productions I did.
Oops. Autofocus.
Camera.
They let me do it once in one of the productions I did.
Really?
Yeah, I got to run in with this, and I got to be like, action!
I don't believe you.
No, they really did. It was
I don't
fun.
believe you.
It was the one where I got to pretend to be Green Arrow, and we had the arrows with the foam things at the end of it. I told you about that, right? When I went to the Philippines and I got to compete.
Oh,
You can know loads of scene information and stuff. But no, that's what I'm saying. You're not gonna... Functionally, it takes more time. Like the...
oh, yeah,
I gotta
yeah,
work.
that's right.
I can't explain
They gave me,
myself
like,
right
these,
now.
like,
I need to get this
it was
done
like-
quick.
Almost like the boxing glove arrows. And I just shot people with them. Which, for the record, first minute, I was the coolest guy in the world. Running around like a superhero, you know, like, ooh. The second minute, walking around very slow, winded.
Really? Man, so exhausted.
I'm so exhausted. I don't
I'm
know
so
how.
tired.
I don't know how Oliver Queen does that.
I don't know, man. It's like the one useful thing you can do is
Shoot arrows.
shoot arrows and not get winded.
How long does it take to edit an hour-long podcast? 3 hours tops, hopefully.
Always do.
But because I'm streaming,
Winded.
maybe
It's the
more.
Hawkeye ability to not get
Oops.
winded. It's the Hawkeye ability to not get winded.
Yeah, if you go to the DC Wiki, it's listed under his powers and abilities.
To
Not get winded.
That's the entire Archer power set. So like Hawkeye passed it on to Kate Bishop. She's like, I'm the new Hawkeye, and he's like, well, do you get winded when you run?
Dude, please tell me you're keeping up on Injustice.
I'm the new Hawkeye, and he's like, well, do you get winded when you
Yeah.
run?
Dude, please tell me you're
Oops.
keeping up on Injustice.
The comics?
Yes.
No, I read winded when you
Yeah.
run.
Dude, please tell me you're keeping up on Injustice.
The comics?
Yes.
No, I read them in bulk after my videos. So I wait for the next one.
Sorry, Seb. Just missing your chat.
I read them in bulk, so it's easy to write.
Dude,
Busy
the son
boy.
Of Oliver Queen and Black Canary.
Yeah. Now
Ian-
you're spoiling, but that's fine.
Oh man, I want to tell you, but you want me to spoil it?
You can go ahead and spoil it. It's fine.
Dude,
Podcast
it's-
people might turn away, but this is at the end of the whole video, so
Here's the
whatever.
whole thing. Okay, it's really cool. He has the canary cry.
Does he?
Yes.
Sweet.
It's the cool.
Oh, Drake is calling me. Hold on. Hello, you're live on YouTube.com.
Oh, okay, good. Because I'm telling you the tweet that I'm in the process of making.
You want to spoil it for 15s of people?
I will. Okay, because like I'm trying to find the perfect image to do. I'm gonna Photoshop myself, but
Coolest
Because
thing.
I've left off.
you enjoyed the Hamilton like me, right?
What?
You enjoy Hamilton like me.
Yes.
Okay. So you know that song, the Schuyler Sisters?
Uh-huh.
It's a song that we like, and it goes, Angelica, Eliza, and Knuckles.
Oh, boy.
Yeah?
It's great. 10 out of 10.
Thank you. I thought it would appeal to you on a meme level. I was in the middle of watching a Sonic Mania video, and I'm like, holy shit, there's an Aunt Knuckles mode? And then Christina said that this is the Aunt Knuckles, and then I realized, oh shit, Aunt Becky.
Yikes. You really got there.
Gonna make a tweet.
You do
but-
that. Everybody go
And
look at his tweet.
For some reason, I can't find a picture of just Angelica and Eliza on Google.
Just put Knuckles' head over Peggy.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that works so much better.
Why would...
I'm glad I called you.
Glad I could make your meme that much better.
Thank you for the dankness. I'm gonna work on it now.
Okay, have fun.
Okay, bye, friend.
Bye-bye.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye-bye. That was youtube.com/comicdrake in the flesh. Not Drake Bell. Back to work.
With the Batman, the
Yeah.
fake Batman, stating that they're trapped in here with him when they're going to settle this finally.
Dude, so they get to the point where they're gonna kill Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
They're gonna blow her head up.
No,
and,
he's
like,
not
the kid,
high.
like,
That's
grunts
just
and
Drake.
Just like screams the canary cry.
Nice.
Yeah, it's the coolest thing. I'm just
Okay.
like, oh my god.
Does Alfred talk yet?
No.
Oh,
Not that I know of. Well, I'm at the point. What point am I at? No, I'm at that point right there. That's where the most recent one ended, I think.
Okay, where he's gonna finally say
so they
about
haven't-
all of this.
Yeah, they haven't jumped back to Damien. That was the worst thing. It's just like, okay, so like we're at this comic now where they're gonna tell us everything, and it's like, and we're done.
Right.
It's like-
Well, because that's the whole thing with Alfred right now. Damien brought him back, and like the big debate.
Sometimes
is,
it helps to look
would
at the
Alfred have
waveform,
wanted this? Would Alfred
because
agree with Damien, or
Rob
was
is
it cool?
quieter than
Would
Benny,
Alfred
so I can
agree with
tell when
Damien?
Benny's
That's
about to
kinda
start
what we're saying.
talking.
Damien feels that he's treating Alfred right.
Yeah.
Batman felt by leaving him dead, he let him pass on finally.
Yeah.
So how does Alfred feel? You know, that actually leads to a discussion that I planned out for the gaming channel today. So if you guys are watching this, plug for the gaming channel. Who was right in Injustice 2 and 1? We're gonna debate that.
Oops.
Oh, are we?
Unless we all agree. And 1. We're gonna debate that.
Oh, are we?
Unless we all agree, and then it's just
I don't need to.
1. We're gonna debate that.
Oh, are we?
Unless we all agree.
It's a
and then
fun
it's just like a
discussion.
2-minute
I had
video.
that
down for
yesterday.
debate.
We're gonna
Yeah.
debate who was right.
Yeah. I think Superman was right.
No, I think Batman was right.
Yeah. I think Superman was right.
No, I think Batman was right.
All right, we got a video. Yay! Oh man. Okay.
Actually, I think Red Hood was right. If you see his ending.
Yay. Oh man. Okay.
Actually, I think Red Hood was right. If you see his ending.
Uh,
He thinks they're both messed up and just tries to kill them both.
yeah. I mean, I get that, but okay. Barring Red
I don't think anyone was right.
Hood, who I think is actually the evil Batman.
Everyone's wrong, always.
Oh, I agree with you on that one, but we have no confirmation yet.
We
Right?
Ah.
Oh, I agree with you on that one, but we have no confirmation yet.
We
Right?
have nothing
It's
indicates
still-
that.
okay.
Yeah, it's just speculation.
Well, the fact that he's in the game says that the Red Hood.
I keep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sometimes I
nothing
am
indicates
bad
that.
at this.
It's just speculation.
Well, the fact that he's in the game says that the Red Hood is in the universe.
Yeah, but he may show up at some point in time.
Right.
Okay. Anyway, so our topic.
Our topic?
Our
We're
topic.
gonna roll to the end of it. Okay, so this is we're gonna end our B-roll then.
Oh yeah.
I hope
guess
you guys
we
enjoyed
gotta
the
end our
B-roll. If you stuck
Yeah.
around, we appreciate every bit of that. Don't
Yeah.
forget to check out the rest of the RnB podcast playlist. Find him at Comics Explained on Twitter.
RnB.
Get to check out the rest of the RnB podcast playlist. Find him at Comics Explained on Twitter.
RnB.
RnB.
No E. Are we not doing the E?
And we are, but this is just the out. I haven't opened it. We have to
Ah.
E.
RnB.
Oops.
No E. No E. Are we not doing the E?
And we are, but this is just the out. I haven't opened it. We have this is the opening.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. RnB.
Because you made me repeat that so many times, and I feel weird doing it.
Right. Did you see what he does in the video? He puts a B in front of it. It flies over. Did you see what he does in the video? He puts a B in front of it. It flies over.
Oh, he does. Dylan.
Hello.
That's really cool, man.
Thank you.
Anyway, you can find me at Comic Story.
Dylan. Does. Dylan.
Guess I'll add what I just said into the actual video. Ah, fuck. I didn't need to. Ah, jeez. He is weirdly framed. I don't know why they changed it. They changed it for this recording session, and I'm not sure why. There's really nothing I can do about it, though, so. Rip.
Dylan. That's really cool, man. Dylan. That's really cool, man.
Anyway, you can find.
Cool. There you have it, folks. I'm getting too many notifications on my phone. On my phone!
Anyway, you can find me at Comic Story and subscribe to this channel to get your every Saturday RnBe podcast. And you can also find us on iTunes and SoundCloud. By the time this episode is up, it should be up there.
Also, just to make sure, over on Eligible Monster, we're still not letting Dylan play Overwatch yet, right?
No,
Just
not
to
yet.
make sure, Dylan.
As a matter of fact, we're moving on from Overwatch
How
to
dare they?
Destiny and Player Unknown, and we just never let Dylan play.
And Dylan's still not going to be able to play this.
No.
Well, to be fair, I don't give a shit about Destiny.
But if you want to hear us debating about Injustice or playing video games or debating everything else in video games, go check us out on Eligible Monster, and we'll see you next week right here at the RnBe podcast.
God, you said that so fast.
I can talk quickly. I'm an auctioneer. That'll be.
Oops.
Ah, that'll be 1-1-1. Like I got 200. All right, we'll see you next time. All right, we'll see you next time.
Wow.
No, don't cut him. We're just gonna keep it rolling.
Now I need to select backward. I don't have a keyboard shortcut for that, so here it is. Cut. Paste with a little bit of leniency, so I don't forget that that's what that is. So that's the B-roll. That goes at the end. It goes at the end with a little something I like to call HD bars in tone of a 5-frame variety. Probably shouldn't always use 5 frames because it depends on the sequence settings, frame rate.
No, don't cut him. We're just gonna...
Oh, I was gonna put another insert in there when they're talking about not letting me play Overwatch.
Just never let Dylan play.
And Dylan's still not gonna be able to play with us.
No. Dylan play.
And Dylan's still not gonna be able to play with us.
No,
Dylan,
not at all.
still not gonna be able to play.
But if you want to hear us debating about...
Still not gonna be able to play.
But if you want to hear us debating about injustice or playing video games or debating everything else in video games...
Alright. Now we watch the rest of the episode and do the same thing we just did, with the inclusion of adding markers to throw up images for context. Dun-dun-dun.
Oh
Okay.
God.
Rob,
Benny.
welcome to the...
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Rob,
Benny.
welcome to the RnBe.
Yes.
The RnBe. For the record, my backyard is swarming with bees right now.
Dude, it is. It's like yellow jackets and wasps. Dude,
What?
It is a death trap.
They are
It's the killing
everywhere.
fields in your back.
No one informed me of this.
If you don't know where you are at the RnBe podcast. That is the podcast every week, or vodcast, that Rob and I do right here at Comic Storian. Today's topic is going to be the saddest moments in Deadpool's life. Can I convince Rob that Deadpool has enough character development that he needs to actually read and enjoy Deadpool outside of his one-shots that you do enjoy?
Nope. Answer to that question is no.
But if you do enjoy this type of content, don't forget you can support this podcast by joining us over on our gaming channel, where we play things like Destiny, Player Unknown, Overwatch, and we just
The next like 40 minutes of this stream is not going to be a lot of me
discuss some
talking,
favorite
so
topics like 18 people
sorry.
who died playing video games, the 8 of the longest boss battles, what's better, Call of Duty versus Battlefield,
No.
and
Should Call of Duty and Battlefield end?
okay, my bad.
Although it did kind of turn into a debate.
It kind of was in the middle of both of those.
Yeah, that's true. It was. Okay.
And the latest episode, which should be up by the time this is up, who was right in Injustice,
Mm-hmm.
Batman or Superman?
Yeah.
There's no shirt to promote this time because I'm pretty sure by the time this goes up, that shirt will be down. But
Yeah.
if it's not, I will link it down below. That is the
But-
crack code.
I am a lifeguard.
That's not a shirt we can sell.
Now, undoubtedly, you may be asking yourself, Rob, how are you a lifeguard? You're kind of a big guy. Well, my role is they throw me in the pool, and then I'm just like a giant. And then people, Gary, man, this is what we talk about. And then people latch onto me, and then I just swim to shore, you know.
Rob, I gotta say, I mean, you're a bigger guy. I'm a bigger guy.
I'm a good lifeguard, man.
But I do like the fact that you just kind of own it.
Oh, I do, man.
Yeah.
Girls like confidence. Isn't that right, ladies?
You realize our demographic's like 3% ladies, so the
Yeah.
3 of them are now responding.
And that also came off really creepy.
3 of them. It sure did come off real creepy.
And that also came off really creepy. That came off so creepy.
All right, so just so you guys know, so I had the we'll talk for 1 minute about this, then we'll move over to the saddest moments in Deadpool's life.
Okay.
I'm not placing shit. This is a podcast. No
But yeah,
place
we
for
had the backyard.
visual
We moved
jokes.
into a house. There was no backyard. We had the back
Even though I added visual jokes earlier. Shut up.
into a house. There was no backyard. We had the backyard done, and apparently the wood that we've used attracts yellow jackets.
Yeah, and you were talking about spraying them down with water.
I wanted to spray them with
That's
water.
not a very good idea.
So apparently we're gonna have like nothing but yellow jackets back there until the wood like I guess all the moisture leaves and the smell goes away.
I mean, assuming that it gets dry in the winter.
That's horrifying.
when it would
What the
They
fuck?
said about a couple weeks he'll have them floating around. It'll be.
I'm absolutely not going in the backyard.
They said about a
next
couple weeks
week.
he'll have them floating around. It'll be lightened up in a couple of days. But it is a death trap back there. So you saw what I was talking about when you went out there.
Because I feel like it's as soon as you go out, like you have that balcony, and then you have
Horrifying.
There you have the drainage line that comes down.
Yeah.
I'm not
And they're like right.
I'm not gonna do my job worse for your money.
And then you have like right up there, you have the drainage line that comes down.
Yeah.
And they're like right up there at that drainage.
We thought they had made a nest up there.
Oh.
We thought that was what the issue was.
No. Oh, fuck.
Right up there at that drainage.
We thought they had made a nest up there.
There you go.
Oh.
We thought that was what the issue was, but they only come out when the sun comes out.
So
And
I
they
guess
only
they
go
have a
and they
nest
all
in
go
those.
around with the cedar thing. So maybe they're making a nest up there, but
God forbid they have a nest like inside the. God forbid they have a nest like inside the actual structure.
I'll just send Mark, our go-to guy who comes to the office and does all the weird shit. I'll just here, Mark, put on this hat and go throw stuff at the nest.
He said shit and stuff at the same time, so it sounded like shut. Do a Power Girl cosplay.
Hey Mark.
Mark's off camera right now. He's way off camera.
Oh, is Mark still back there?
I think he may have left. I don't know.
I didn't see Mark back there.
Okay. Well, anyway, let's go ahead and go to the saddest Deadpool moments. I am gonna make you enjoy Deadpool.
Now here's the deal, guys. I don't necessarily hate Deadpool, but I can take him in really small doses. I can take him in little itty bitty bits, and I mean like a story arc every few months or something like that.
My
And that's really
name is
Right. Well, and that's not bad. I mean, that's how I am with some other superheroes. Like, I'm not Captain America, Steve Rogers. He's got a really good story, but I don't read every issue.
I don't
Some of those regular issues are just weird.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Like when he had Zola in his stomach.
Well, that was just bad. Just talking about Dimension Z. That story's just awful. Dave, you must be new around here.
Oh, do you Castaway in Dimension Z?
Yeah.
That was actually kind of cool.
What?
Oh, do you Castaway in Dimension Z?
How does Rob like that? The book's fucking trash.
Anyway, to say he's Deadpool, we probably shouldn't talk about Steve Rogers.
Yeah, probably not.
Okay.
Unless Captain America becomes dead.
So, Deadpool's known for being over the top and wacky, right?
Yes.
Okay, but as you have stated, many individuals get burnt out on his fourth wall breaking. And it doesn't help that Marvel's like, people enjoy Deadpool, let's make 90 Deadpool books at a time.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Works
help.
for money and what is it? Deadpool, World's Greatest, and then and then like his characters get miniseries too.
Like Solo
Yeah.
and Slapstick.
Fool
And
Killer and yeah.
so in
Oops.
order to keep the world from being tired of Deadpool, if you're
Oops.
actually reading it, they do a lot of deep character
Why are you all 13? What the fuck? Do your homework.
development, and the best way to develop the character of Deadpool is to plan the fact that his mind is broken, he has none of his own memories, and his past is tragic, but he doesn't know it.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what we're going through today. To tell you the history.
I'm only
of
19, but my
Now,
mind is
the origin
broken.
is up in the air. So I'm not gonna. I didn't throw any of the origin stuff in here. And both the record, there's a lot more stuff about Deadpool. I just got some of the bigger
Stiff.
stuff that I felt was the most moving about the character.
I mean, his origin's kind of cool.
I guess you can go read some Power Girl.
About the character.
I mean, his origin's kind of cool.
Or just give me that 10 bucks
Yeah,
you
no, it
promised
does.
me.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, because I know some.
I mean, his origin's kind of cool. Ties into the whole Weapon X thing.
Yeah, no, it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, because I know somebody's going to the comments and be like, you forgot the time that. I didn't. I just pulled my favorite ones. Okay.
Yeah.
So, first off, we're not even going to go into his origin because his origin kind of moves around a little bit.
Origin.
But we did find out about his childhood when he was in Wolverine Origins 2. So
Okay.
remember when they did that? They did Origins 2?
Wolverine Origin.
What did I just do something there? No. Childhood. Question mark.
So
Okay.
remember when they did that? They did Origins in
Wolverine Origins 2.
Wolverine Origins 2.
Okay.
So remember when they did that? They did Origins 2?
Wolverine Origin. No, I remember they did Wolverine Origins.
Right, they did Wolverine Origins 2, which is like a 30 to 40 issue run where it went through all of Wolverine's past.
Oh, Daniel
and,
Way's
yeah,
run
and it's
on
kind of
Wolverine. Yeah.
established everything.
I think it was Daniel Way. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was Daniel Way as well.
Okay.
In that, he meets Deadpool for the first time and they talk. And we discover that as a child, in that, he.
And this is where Wolverine Origins 2 Deadpool meeting. I didn't attack Power Girl. Okay, I'm not explaining a year-old video.
He meets Deadpool for the first time and they talk. And we discover that as a child, Deadpool was mentally abused. Not physically, like is what you would assume.
Huh.
But his dad would just call him like a little girl, say that he was crying like a baby, and things like that.
It's fucked up that calling someone a little girl is mental abuse. But I feel like that's probably the point.
I remember his dad wasn't part of.
Oh, oops, that's not what I meant to do. No,
I
no,
remember his dad wasn't.
no, I'm bad.
And things like that.
I remember his dad wasn't part of the picture, which was part of his whole origin story when he got his one shot.
Right. Which is part of the problem because his origin changes around.
It does.
Everything pre-Weapon X is
yeah.
like always alternate.
That always
around.
bounces around.
And that's the most confusing part about Deadpool because you don't know what to
Dreadpool.
trust with the pre-Weapon X stuff.
Yeah.
Because it is all different. It depends on what writer. Deadpool himself made a comment on that. He actually said it's whatever writer you want to believe.
Huh.
I'm honestly surprised if you disagreed with me in that video and you're still here. That's surprising to me.
Because he breaks the fourth wall and he's aware that he has multiple origins pre-Weapon X.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, he's
it's
actually...
Like, it's like the Joker. Like, if I'm going to have a history, I'd rather it be multiple choice.
Whichever one you prefer.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so his father was mentally abusive, though, in this particular origin. And we find out about this because Wolverine is tied up. Deadpool's about to kill him. And Wolverine's trying to taunt him, basically.
Kill.
And he's like, I know you're not crazy. I know.
Kill. My demographic is actually not your age, according to YouTube. My demographic is the 18 to 24 age, which is me as a human.
No, it's all an act. Kind of like the thing they did with the Joker that one time.
Yeah.
Like, I know you're not crazy. It's all an act. And so Deadpool tells him a story about how his dad used to call him a name, and he ran off. And when his dad picked him up, he said he's going to cry like a baby. And so Deadpool took a beer bottle, and he smashed it on his dad's nose.
Wow.
And his dad fell out of the car.
What?
Wow.
And his dad fell out of the car, and he basically, like, all broken, was like,
No, I'm not saying that. No. A demographic is not who likes my videos, it's who watches my videos. There's just more people in that 18 to 24 age range that watch my videos than are in your age range.
Stop. It was basically stop what you're doing, but it was like git, G-I-T, and like all kinds of weird stuff. And Deadpool just laughed about the whole.
Okay, Dave, explain to me your actual reasoning for why Power Girl's boom window needs to exist in any way, shape, or form. Love to hear it.
Whole thing. And his dad's like, "What's so funny?" And he's like, "That's funny." The whole thing. And his dad's like, "What's so funny?" And he's like, "That's funny. You trying to talk is funny."
Wow.
And so Deadpool used that as a way to tell Wolverine how crazy he is. And Wolverine told him, "No, you're lying." And then played on the fact that Deadpool just wants to be accepted.
Okay, so he is joking. I needed to ask that question to make sure he's joking. Because I've heard the same exact things that he's saying out of people's mouths who aren't joking.
And hides everything behind all of his humor and stuff like that.
It's hard to tell over text sometimes.
It doesn't really seem tragic.
It's not too tragic, trust me. I was trying to find something pre-Weapon X that kind of showed the character of Deadpool to give you a little more context. Oh, I am, trust me. I know you've heard about a few of these stories, like you should read this one, but I know you haven't read these.
Yeah, probably not.
So I just wanted to get things warmed up. I wanted to give you an idea of why he's so humorous, why he jokes about it. A lot of times it's to hide the pain, because if you remember correctly and you don't know that much about Deadpool, he went to Weapon X to cure his cancer.
Yes.
And then became Deadpool.
Yeah.
He's just Deadpool.
He got thrown into the nursery.
Yeah. So, okay. So that was the first one. Now, this is where things are going to start to get messed up.
Okay.
Did you know that Deadpool's been raped? We went right down into the dark hole.
Wow.
we didn't.
Look at Gary's face, man. He's like, what?
I told you. We were like, that's not bad.
Jeez.
Do that a little earlier.
Like, that's not bad.
Jeez, dude, this got dark. Wow.
And he didn't just get raped. He got raped by Typhoid Mary. Mary.
How am I going to find that image?
Got raped raped by Typhoid Mary.
What? Wow.
And he
Deadpool rape?
didn't just get raped. He got raped by Typhoid Mary.
The chick that causes illnesses in people.
Yes.
The Deadpool villain.
She's not. She's like more of a
Or not,
daredevil.
Oops. No need to change the camera there,
She's
Dilly.
not. She's like more of a
Or not,
daredevil character.
Daredevil villain.
Yeah, Daredevil. So
Wow.
there's a plot line where we discover that Deadpool is actually what kind of helped create. Oh no, Daredevil's the one that created Typhoid Mary. Deadpool gets involved in the whole thing. He feels he can help her because she's crazy and she has a mental broken psyche.
Yeah, she's got multiple personalities.
Right. During this whole thing, in the initial appearance of Typhoid Mary, the Typhoid
No, the boob window's not fine. It makes no sense. There's literally no reason for it.
Mary personality takes prominence.
Yeah.
The evil one. Well,
I thought I was gonna say something there. Tragic.
she uses his image inducer to look like a girl that he not enjoys, a girl that he's in love with, Terry. And then, but as he's like messed up and beat down, he's sitting there and he thinks he sees Terry coming over. She's a Scottish X-Men. I don't know if you know. I don't know much more about her.
Oh, are you? All right. There's only a couple characters, and I believe you're talking about not Songbird. You're talking about the
See, Mopey? That's what. That's why I was a bit concerned.
daughter of Banshee.
Yeah,
And I
because he has a
cannot
very
remember
similar
her name.
costume.
What? I cannot remember her name.
I
for the
couldn't
life
either,
of me.
and I was like, it's just Terry because that's how it's listed in the thing.
Yeah, man. But I know exactly what you're talking about.
So Typhoid Mary uses the image inducer to look like Terry, so that Deadpool is willing to sleep with her. Then takes off the image inducer, informs him that she just slept with him against his will. Deadpool's all messed
Oops.
against his will. Deadpool's all messed up at this point. Like he's like, this doesn't make sense. What? How did you? What? Why would you? Why would you do this to me? And she's sitting there and she goes, well, it's something we both wanted, and I just took what I wanted.
Jesus.
And then she leaves him.
That's really messed up.
And this is during the period where he's with Blind Al, and he literally copes with it. He goes back.
Not a huge fan of having this many 13-year-olds in my chat right now, but it's out of my control, so.
Back to the room. He goes into the shower. It's like every movie scene or what you see, and he strips down and he just tells Blind Al he needs to take a shower. He just needs a shower, and he copes with it for a couple of issues, but that's how he gets past the whole thing.
Having said that, Typhoid Mary's not that bad looking.
But
That's not the point, Rob!
it was against his will.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not the point!
But it was against his will.
Yeah, I get that.
Okay,
yeah.
that's the whole point
I'm not
behind it.
discounting
Alright,
like
just
how
be-
bad it
I don't feel uncomfortable, it's just. You're all saying annoying things.
was.
You can't go rape's okay if they look good.
No, that's
Just
how
be-
bad it was.
You can't go rape's okay if they look good.
No, that's not what I
Okay,
said, man.
okay. I'm just
Oh my
saying.
God.
I want to clarify that real quick. Rob is not saying that, and we are not advocating that. So
See, this is the kind of stuff that he does, man.
what? I saved it.
Let's play Minecraft, guys. Say more shit like that. That means you're self-aware.
I'm gonna
All
throw
right.
this bottle at you right now.
So now we went down to the dark hole of Deadpool, right?
No one is talking about Power Wheel anymore. Move on.
That, I really hope that's as dark as it gets.
Oh no.
Are you serious?
Oh no.
Wow.
This is how they've developed. This is why Deadpool's the way he is. So we're gonna go back up a little bit though. We're gonna bring it up a little bit.
Okay, thank you.
Do you know his role?
Up
in
from
the division?
rape.
He was the one. No, he wasn't the one that saved everything.
He is.
Was he the? No, he was the one that. Was he the one that killed the Skrull Queen?
Yes.
Or was it Norman Osborn? Because I thought Norman Osborn.
So the way the
Kill
plot
shot.
goes, a Secret Invasion happened.
Yeah.
And as we know, Norman Osborn had the answer to the Skrull Queen.
Mhm.
In the Deadpool book tie-in, Nick Fury basically manipulated Deadpool into getting captured by the Skrulls, going up to the ship,
Hello,
allowing the
comics
Skrulls to take
dude.
his DNA. The Skrull
Pretty good. How
entire
about you?
army then took the regenerative powers of Deadpool, but they also took his craziness and cancer.
Wow.
So they're shooting each
Oh,
other
yeah,
in the
I
head.
kinda remember
and they
this.
don't know what's going.
I should have placed a marker somewhere.
Nick Fury basically manipulated happened.
Yeah.
And as we know, Norman Osborn had the answer to the Skrull Queen.
Mhm.
In the Deadpool book tie-in, Nick Fury basically manipulated Deadpool into getting captured by the Nick Fury. Nick to take his DNA. The Skrull entire army then took the regenerative powers of Deadpool, but they also took his craziness and cancer.
Wow.
So they're shooting each other in the head, and they don't know what's going on. Using that as a distraction, Deadpool sneaks in, gets the weakness of the Skrull Queen, sends it back to Nick Fury, being used as a tool by.
I don't know what to put up here because he's talking about the entire story. So I think I'm just gonna show the cover of it
Nick Fury basically.
when he says in
Norman
the
Osborn's
Secret Invasion
Deadpool
Deadpool book. Because this is not the complete story. I do like the Flash show. It's a good time.
So they're shooting each other in the head, and they don't know what's going on. Using that as a distraction, Deadpool sneaks in, gets the weakness to the Skrull Queen, sends it back to Nick Fury, being used as a tool by S.H.I.E.L.D. and Nick Fury.
Nick Fury, more like
and it gets intercepted
Dick
by
Fury.
Norman Osborn, who then uses it to save the day.
Okay. Okay, because I never read the Deadpool tie-in. I always assumed that just Norman Osborn just showed up on the scene at the right time, killed the Skrull Queen, and was
Well,
just
that's where
like,
he got
"Get
the
rid of Tony
information
Stark,
from.
that guy sucks."
Right.
Okay.
But Deadpool's cancer and craziness killed like hundreds of Skrulls as
Celeste! Celeste! How's it going?
they murdered themselves.
Wow.
Yes. I told you.
How's
Let
college?
me bring it up a little bit. This is just one of his
Okay.
being used as a tool.
I mean,
Because
that's not
people
really-
like to manipulate him to become a tool.
Yeah.
And that's what they do.
Some might say he is a tool.
You know, they'll get him to kill people. Even right now in Secret Empire, Steve Rogers has manipulated Deadpool to.
Dude, you told me about that because I haven't even been reading the Deadpool tie-ins for Secret Empire.
Okay,
You
well,
were
I was
telling-
actually gonna bring that up later, but let's
Okay,
go to that
okay,
right now.
Well, okay.
Okay, so this is a slight spoiler for Secret Empire.
Oh, good. Spoilers.
Okay, so this is a slight spoiler for Secret Empire Deadpool tie-in. If you're
Yeah.
not, you probably are reading it if you're a Deadpool fan.
Okay.
Okay.
You got out of your lecture so early. Basics of photography. That sounds rad. Should record your lectures for me. I can go to college with you.
So this is a slight spoiler for Secret Empire Deadpool tie-in. If you're
Yeah.
not, you probably are reading it if you're a Deadpool fan. If you're not reading it, you probably never will. If you wanted to jump ahead like 5 minutes, we'll be on the next topic.
Yeah.
Okay, so Steve Rogers.
I'm gonna.
If you wanted to jump ahead like 5 minutes. If you wanted to jump ahead. If you wanted to jump ahead like 5.
Just gonna put that there. Should remind myself to go back and put a time code there for them to actually jump to avoid spoilers.
5 minutes, we'll be on the next topic.
Yeah.
Okay, so
His name is John.
Steve Rogers.
Incredible.
Deadpool admires him like crazy, and Deadpool gets manipulated all the time to do crazy things.
Yes.
Steve Rogers, knowing that Deadpool can be manipulated, manipulates him to go kill Coulson and his basically his daughter's mother.
Oh yeah, you told me about that. That's right.
Right.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
he's deep friends with this girl named Preston.
Deep
Yeah.
friends.
Well, I thought
John.
they were together because like she's a life model decoy, right?
She is now, yes.
Okay.
But she has her own husband and kids.
Oh, okay.
So what happened is
Joan.
through their entire adventures, and we'll go deeper into that. Preston, like, she got killed. She put her brain into Deadpool's brain. That's where she survived. They downloaded it to a life model decoy. So she's a robot.
Okay.
Deadpool gets sent over to go. He gets sent off to go find Coulson, and he finds Coulson, and he tells Coulson that they're there to look into some secret stuff, and he kills Coulson. So then Preston shows up, and Preston's like, "Hey, we gotta find Coulson. Coulson has."
I don't think I needed that one. Oops. Oops.
So then Preston shows up, and Preston's like,
Oh, are you sending me images? Oh, good. I'll look at them in a minute. I really. Oh, Moopy! You're a good boy. To answer your question from earlier, yes, I don't care. Talking to Moby. Wow. God. Moby's doing my job for
"Hey,
me.
we gotta find Coulson. Coulson has the answers. He knows how we're gonna fix this." And Deadpool being sided with Steve Rogers because, as he's put it, Steve is always right. When you side against Steve, you find out you're wrong.
Yeah. I mean, technically, it's true.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever been wrong, has
No,
he? Until
never.
obviously now.
Well, Civil War was debatable, but
Right, but for the most part, he's always the accurate. He's always right. Anyway, Preston and him drive up there, and Preston knows something's wrong because for the first time ever, Deadpool doesn't talk.
She have her body?
Like he's silent the whole way up there because he knows.
She's still
it's coming.
Ghost?
Yeah. So Preston has spent at this
Probably
point.
has her body.
You want to go real time based on the comics, like 5-6 years with him. Yeah. Raised his daughter for him, helped him get through multiple problems, helped him defeat Madcap.
She came out of Original Sin, right?
She was in the all different. No, she was there at the beginning. She was his handler early on.
Okay, because I know the daughter of Deadpool came out of Original Sin.
Right.
God, when I stream during the day, the chat is a fucking cesspool. When I stream at night, everybody's nice and just, like, very calm.
We're gonna get to her because that's one of the saddest things ever.
Okay.
Right, we're gonna get to her because that's one of the saddest things ever.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, they drive up there. She knows that something is off. So when they get up there, Deadpool plays like he doesn't know what's going on to where he killed Coulson. And he go, "Oh, I'm gonna go check inside this building." And Preston pulls up a top secret shield camera that shows him killing Coulson. And then she goes over to grab Deadpool. Bear in mind, this is the one woman who like trusts him, you know, like is really a friend of his, and he has to kill her. Now she is a life model decoy, so we're assuming she's gonna be back.
Yeah.
Plus that leads into
RnBe.
2099, where she's kind of around. I'll explain that soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, he has to murder her dead. Then he has to
Murder
explain to
her
his daughter
dead.
where Preston is.
It's a bit redundant.
He goes to pick up Ellie from school. She's like, "Well, where's mommy?" He's like, "Mommy's not coming back." He's like, "I'm taking care of you now."
You've told me that before, but every time I hear that, I'm just like, God, that's hardcore.
And so now the last couple of issues, Ellie's been acting out, and Deadpool's just he's teaching her to be Deadpool now, which is not a good thing because now she's with him. Like she beats up the principal, and he's like, "What did I tell you? You checked the what?"
No, but you can ban him if he gets out of hand again.
Wallet before we steal it.
Okay, that's kind of messed up.
Right. Well, that's the direction we're going though now. Like,
that's kind of okay. That's kind of messed up.
Right.
Okay.
There's a little bit of a cut here, so.
He goes to pick up Ellie from school. He's like, "Mommy's not coming back." He's like, "I'm taking care of you now."
You've told me that before.
Like she beats up the principal. Killed his only friend.
This wrong. This is wrong.
Dude, this really went to a dark place.
Here we go.
Okay.
Like, and to bring something up, and that was where they came.
All right, yeah, it's here.
Behind you. There's no camera that way. There's no camera that way.
There we go.
Okay.
No, hold on.
Okay, I'm putting it onto the same track, so I saved it already.
I mean, that's not the first time though. There's a litany of stories of people
Did that, and the only person who had evidence of it was Sabretooth.
What is all this? There's no footage.
So there's a character named Butler, who was tested.
God, that's hardcore.
So now the last couple issues, Ellie's been acting out. Deadpool's just forced to kill his own parent. Killed his only friends. He's been tricked into doing it.
I am confused. Hey, Ben.
Moving on to the next one. And speaking of things that he's been tricked into doing, he was forced to kill his own parents.
When?
So there's a character named Butler, who was testing brainwashing techniques.
Very confused right now.
And he Oh, we good? Or what are they doing? Oh, okay. Oh. That's fine. You can get that. I'll just cut back to the beginning of that.
Okay.
So there's a character named Butler, who was practicing brainwashing techniques against Deadpool. Okay? Mm-hmm. And he...
This is not...
and sent him... Oh, we good? Or what are they doing? Oh, okay. That's fine. You can get that. I'll just cut back to the beginning of that.
Why? My question is, why?
Character named Butler, who was practicing brainwashing techniques.
What the fuck? What? Ooh, looks like I have to redo multicam too. Fucking great. All right. You know what? Before I accidentally fuck this up, I'm going to do that and then get rid of it and then put it back. Cool. Is this one working?
He has a psychic break and he realizes he's
Yeah, this one worked.
You ever watch Battlestar? Now it's like,
Alright, so multicam 3 worked. For some reason, the 2s are wrong.
no, hold on.
Okay, I'm putting it onto the same track. So I saved it already. And
I see why. Okay. I see why. I just have to redo it in a different way. So we should be fine.
a character named Butler who was practicing brainwashing techniques against Deadpool. Okay?
So I just have to redo this one, I guess. Because eventually it lines up, right?
The lead up for this story.
Yeah.
The screen's behind you. Good?
Yeah, Deadpool.
Yeah. Well, Deadpool because his mom. Good?
I mean, that's,
Whole thing.
yeah, well, him, well, yeah.
That's very strange.
Was Sabretooth? I don't remember. It was a while ago.
I'm trying to figure out.
Character named
Him and him and him and him and him and him and. This is Benny. Start here.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Alright.
It is a really good story. And has more things to
Sandwich. I'd be like, do what you do, man. Like, I'd leave and just be like, I didn't see it.
a character named Butler.
I'm confused. I'm confused. What the frick? So, what about all cam 2? Where does that start?
He goes to pick up Ellie from school. She's
That's
like,
also
"Where's Mommy?"
fucked.
He's like, Mommy's not coming back. He's like, I'm taking
See,
care of you now.
You've told me that before, but every time.
And then eventually,
Techniques against
yeah. Over here probably, it's fine. Yeah.
There's no camera that way.
No.
Do they just start
You
at
have
a
it
certain
backward.
point?
Well, I'm glad we're not shooting 40 scenes.
Okay, so we had to break away and now we're back.
And we are
So
back.
yes, I told you we're going up and down. We're going up and down with this whole thing, right? So now he's killed his parents and then he had to fight Sabretooth and he went to go murder Sabretooth for the whole thing.
Yes, so I do need to find that somewhere. Where'd that?
I'll explain that soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, he has to murder her dead. Then check the wallet before we steal it.
Okay, so I'm missing footage then.
That's the direction we're going though now. Like,
I'm missing footage. That is a true thing. I don't have... For that first bit, I think I'm... I didn't mess up. They messed up.
he goes to pick up Ellie from school and she's like, well, where's Mommy? He's like, Mommy's not coming back. He's like, I'm taking
See-
care of you now. Right.
Because I have this for
He goes
one
to
of
pick
them,
up-
right? I have this for Rob, right?
No, hold on.
Okay. I'm putting it onto the same track.
No. I don't have this for anyone. I don't have this for anyone. Yes, this is the RnBe podcast. So this audio right
Pick up
here,
Ellie from school and she's like, well, we're taking care of you now.
You've told me that. I'm just like, God,
I don't have footage for it.
that's kind of messed up.
Right. Well, that's the direction we're going though now. Like, he goes to pick up Ellie from school. She's like, we're going though now. Like,
So, not super sure what to do. Because on one hand, it's a podcast and it's being uploaded as a podcast, so I don't want to cut things out just because I don't have video. Let's see how long it is. until we
He goes
get
to pick
video
up Ellie
again.
from school. She's like, well, he goes to pick. I'm
See,
taking care of you now.
You've told me that before. Every time I hear that, God.
And
Yeah.
Deadpool's and she's with him like they beat, and he's like, "What did I tell you? Call it before we."
Okay.
Direction we're going. Killed his own next one. He's killed his only friends. He's been tricked. Moving on to the next one. And speaking of things that he's been, he was forced to kill his own parents.
Yes. So at this point,
Okay. That's kind of messed up.
Right. There's the. He's killed his only friends. He's been tricked into doing it.
Okay.
Okay.
we could probably start here.
Moving on to the next one. And speaking of things that.
No footage for this. Outside of good content, how does one break into the world of YouTube comics? Your guess is as good as mine. Just do things and talk to people on Twitter.
Moving on to the next one. And speaking of things that he's been tricked into doing. He was forced to kill his.
No, I think genuinely what happened is the new camera guy didn't understand something. Or he didn't catch that it stopped recording.
When?
So there's a character named Butler who was testing techniques against Deadpool.
And then he didn't tell them.
And he brainwashed him.
That's
and
what I
sent him. Good? Or what are they doing? Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's fine. You can get that. I'll just cut back to the beginning of that.
Okay.
So there's a character named Butler who was practicing brainwashing techniques against.
Okay.
So there's a character.
Okay. Okay.
Moving on to the next one. And speaking of things that he's been tricked into doing. Next one.
So I can do some clever editing here to potentially get around this problem. So if I like do something like that.
Okay.
Moving on to the next one.
Okay, he says something there. I just need to get like a reaction shot of very still nothing from Rob.
Okay.
Moving on to the next one. So there's a character.
Ah, that's
Moving on to
perfect.
the next one.
He bobs his head too.
So there's a character named Butler who.
And I do have footage for this, but I don't know what happened to it. I don't know where it is.
Okay.
So there's a character named Butler who was watched him and sent him. Are we good? Or what is it?
This goes live on Saturday, I believe.
A character named Butler who was practicing brainwashing techniques against Deadpool. Okay? And he to test it.
Oops.
Because they're gonna go off automatically in 30 minutes. We're at 23.
Okay.
So we'll just break here. We can just probably go right to the end.
Yeah, that's true. That makes sense.
I assume this would be like 30 minutes Deadpool, 5-6 minutes or whatever extra stuff we have.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Because plus we can also do Saddest Deadpool Part 2.
Yeah, sure.
And no one has made a list like this before. Trust me, I looked. So this.
See, the problem sometimes is I don't get told things.
This was all my memory, and
It was gonna do really well.
yeah, that's what I was assuming.
More often than not, it just gets sent footage with not a lot of context for why or what.
Good. Okay.
No, hold on.
Okay. I'm good. I'm putting it onto the same track. So I saved it already, and I'm just doing the same track, so you can just do it.
Yeah, so there was a longer break here.
Because they're gonna go off.
There was a longer break between Benny's first and second, which is why there's this weirdness.
That's not the one.
And okay, I see why this is happening.
Did that. And the only person who had evidence like that. So.
This is why I do these all these sequences exactly for what Benny did. Benny sent me one continuous audio file, but there actually is a long break in between when he stopped the audio file and continued recording it. That's why there's this weird out of syncness in the video here. Because he's talking right now, but he hasn't hit record again on the second recording. Even though it's in the same audio file that he sent me, he hasn't hit record yet. So that's why this is happening. But I do believe we have all cam footage for this bit.
Who was practicing. Oh, okay.
We do. So I just need to fix that here somehow.
He goes to pick up Ellie from school. She's like, well, where's mommy? He's like, mommy's not coming back. He's like, I'm taking care of you now.
You've told me that before. When?
So there's a character named Butler who was testing brainwashing techniques to kill his own parents. And he brainwashed. Are we good? Or what are they doing?
So that's where this is. So I believe that this clip actually starts here.
Are we good? Or what are we doing?
No, I lied to you. Because this eventually syncs back up. I'm just going to cut to when it does.
Good?
Right there.
Good.
And that is 989. That's this.
And sent him.
Now.
His own parents.
I mean,
No? Oh, no, sorry. This starts here.
Are we good? Or what are they doing?
No?
And sent him.
Oh, oops.
Are we good?
Okay. Now that goes there.
Oh, okay. That's fine. You can get that. I'll just come back to you.
There we go.
Well, Deadpool, because his mind.
So now we have all cam footage for that. I think we might also have Rob.
no, hold on.
We do not. Okay. So we just have to do the all cam for this bit until everything comes back to
So
normal.
there's a character named Butler.
So if I put that at 1,
Moving on to the next one. So there's a character named Butler.
bam. Can't even tell that we have 0 footage for this clip right here.
Okay.
Moving on to the next one. So there's a character named Butler who was practicing brainwashing techniques against Deadpool. Okay? And he, to test it if it worked, he was like making him a butler and he was doing all kinds of things to him. So there's a character named Butler who was practicing brainwashing techniques against Deadpool.
Butler brainwash. Alternatively, I could put an image
So there's a
over
character
that,
named Butler
but
who was practicing brainwashing techniques against Deadpool. Okay? And he, to test it if it worked, he was like making him a butler and he was doing all kinds of things to him. To test it, he sent him back to kill his parents. So when they were sleeping, he walked into the home, lit up gasoline everywhere, lit the whole place on fire, and walked out. Now, it's noted that he did that. The only person who had evidence of it was Sabretooth. And there's a whole plot line where Sabretooth protected him from actually doing it. So I'm not sure if it was Deadpool or Deadpool didn't believe he did it or if it was Sabretooth. I don't remember. It was a while ago. But at least Deadpool believes he killed his own parents.
I mean, that's not the first time there's a linear story doing false aliens.
Right.
so there's a little bit of weird context here where it might be confusing to listen to, but
Yeah, well,
I did the best I could.
Sabertooth, but yeah, Deadpool.
Yeah.
To a degree.
Well, Deadpool, because his mind is all fractured like that. So, let's go ahead and break it here. Good like that. So, okay.
yeah, and then
I'm
now
putting it onto the same track.
everything lines back
So I
up.
saved it already, and I'm just doing the same track, so you can just do it.
I'm gonna try and tell Benny not to do that for the future. If they ever want, if he ever stops recording, just make a new audio file.
What's the screen?
That will cause less confusion.
The screen's behind you. There's no camera that way. There's no.
It's doing a thing, man. It's not a special. No, you're done.
You didn't put
You're
it to.
done.
You gotta face the words to a camera lens.
Why?
Cause then.
Oh my God.
That's not the
1,
words.
2, and 3.
You have it backwards.
No, it's fine. All that matters is the thing goes like that. That's all that matters.
Rob is correct.
Here we go. Are we good?
So,
Wow.
like, this is only 2 scenes, so it should be easy. But if this is like the 4th scene, 5th scene, 40th scene, you just didn't tell them what we're doing.
Okay.
Also, I just love that Benny thinks that this is what professionals use. It's not. This is something you buy in a gift shop.
Well, I'm glad we're not shooting 40 scenes.
Dude, the hip hoppopotamus is here. Holy shit. What's up, man? Yes, this goes on Comic Story, and this is not the first episode. It's been going on for a month or 2 now.
Well, I'm glad we're not shooting 40 scenes. This happens to Deadpool. You just fight the audio and I didn't. Oh.
Okay, so we'll get right away, and now we're back. So yes, I told you we're going up and down. We're going up and down with something, right? So,
And we are
so
back.
yes, I told you we're going up and.
Thanks, Rob, for ruining that. Alright, back to it.
Like that. So I told you we're going up and down. We're going up and down with this whole thing, right? So now he's killed his parent. We're going up and down. We're going up and down with
Now we're back to it.
this whole thing, right? So now he's killed his parents, and then he had to fight Sabretooth, and he went to go murder Sabretooth for the whole thing.
Yeah.
And that was actually kind of funny because he found a way to turn off Sabretooth's powers to then kill him.
Was it the carbonadium sword?
Yeah, no, it was during the Terrigen Mist, and he had like a concentrated version of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Huh? Because there's that. There's the Muramasa blade. There's a handful of things that can shut off healing factors.
Right. Okay, so. Yeah.
They're gonna invite me to play Overwatch. I can't. I have work to do. Disgusting.
Now we're gonna go into the story of the good, the bad, and the ugly. This is
That's the Captain America, Deadpool, and Wolverine story.
right, and it's considered this is kind of like the big turning point where they really tried to go deep and dark with his past,
Okay.
like, and to bring something up, and
I meant to be all cam.
and that was where they came into it and the whole thing. And this kind of post that you get right, and it's considered this is
That's the
now we're gonna go into the
Now we're gonna go into the story. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay, Mopey.
now we're gonna go into the story of the good, the bad, and the ugly.
You do that.
This is
That's the Captain America, Deadpool, and Wolverine story.
right, and it's considered this is kind of like the big turning point where they really tried to go deep and dark with his past,
Okay.
like, and to bring something up, and that was where they came into it and the whole thing. And this kind of post that you get to see a lot more development for Deadpool because they realize the fans want to
Tell me more, tell me more. Damn it, it got to me.
see Deadpool develop past. I'm Deadpool.
Just being the goofy guy.
Yeah. So, the lead up for this story has been multiple storylines in which we saw Deadpool getting knocked out, people running over, taking his blood or skin samples and running away. We had no idea what was going on, and Deadpool didn't know what was going on because his memories kept getting deleted on the whole thing. He eventually finds out that somebody's been experimenting on him. So he goes for help from Wolverine, and he goes to help from Captain America, and they both kind of politely tell him to screw off. You know?
I mean, I would too.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And because
Listen, when somebody says some shit enough and it's as iconic as a song, it gets to you. It's not my fault I've been socially poisoned.
he's inquiring about the whole thing, he gets knocked out and carried away. He shows up in North Korea. This is where we first found out about the character Butler.
Okay.
Okay? This character has been experimenting on Wade. And what he's been doing is taking Wade's DNA and other X-Men DNA and merging them into the North Korean army.
Wow.
So we've got, like,
Do that sooner. Oops, wrong tool.
Deadpool. So we've got, like, Deadpool-looking versions of Wolverine, but he's Korean.
Yeah.
And Deadpool versions of,
Deadpool.
like, Colossus, but he's Korean. So all of the X-Men are up there. And they're all just demented-looking versions. But they're not crazy. They're all normal, and they chat.
That's very weird.
Right. And so, like, Deadpool's like, well, if you were all normal, why are you doing this? Why are you helping this character out? You know?
Yeah.
And what happens is they find out that Butler's holding their families hostage. Typical North Korea style.
Oh, okay,
If
yeah.
you don't work for North Korea,
Yeah.
your family will die. If you try to flee, your family will die.
Yeah.
So Butler shows up
Die.
and goes, Deadpool, you will do what I say, or I will kill your family. And Deadpool laughs and goes, I don't have a family. And Butler tells him, you think you don't have a family. So we go all the way back to the 90s. There's a character
What the
that
fuck?
Deadpool saved. And they got locked into a room. And she decided that if she was going to die, she wanted to sleep with him. They had no emotional attachment, whatever.
I remember that story.
So she sleeps with him. And then
Yeah.
she disappears from the continuity as far as we know, right?
Yeah, that wasn't Domino.
No, it wasn't Domino. It was just a generic side character. Her name starts with a C. It was like Cam something or other.
Pretty sure the good, the bad, and the ugly happened a while ago. Can't remember though.
She's not important at all. It was just a hostage that he was rescuing.
Huh.
Okay? Butler kidnapped her. And, of course, Deadpool's like, that's you're wrong. That's not right. And he goes, and you also have a daughter because you got her pregnant. So she was kidnapped by Butler and the daughter based upon just having one interaction with Deadpool the entire life.
Wow.
So Deadpool already starts to go to a dark place because this girl that he didn't really care about is now being killed or threatened if he doesn't do things that Butler wants.
Yeah.
So he signs up and Butler starts experimenting on him again. Well, that's where, you know, Wolverine and Captain America are there, so they kind of help save the day.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I get that.
But that's when he finds out the tragic part about it. Butler already killed his wife, or the girl, and the daughter.
What?
Damn.
And they're not just dead. Their bodies were just thrown into a mass grave of bodies.
What the fuck?
Dude, this really went to a dark place.
Butler killed...
That's just. Oh, we don't do stingers on this podcast. If this was eligible monster, that'd be the stinger.
the entire Korean...
Or not the stinger, the opposite of the stinger, the thing at the beginning.
Dude, this really went to a dark place.
Butler killed...
Tell me more. Fuck!
the entire Korean people's families, most of them.
Oops.
Butler killed the entire Korean people's families, most of them. And Deadpool's girl and his daughter. Threw them in the pit. They're all just dead bodies in a pit.
Wow.
So there's actually a couple of panels
Wow.
where Deadpool finally realizing that he has a daughter. And the daughter's dead. And he runs into this pit and he's on top of the bodies looking for them. And Captain America's like, Wolverine, get him out of there! You know, and it's like one of those like just tragic moments. That's where Original Sin comes in though. Preston finds out the daughter lived.
Oh,
But she doesn't tell Deadpool.
Wow.
Because she doesn't want Deadpool grieved, and she doesn't want Deadpool to know. It finds out the daughter lived. But it's like one of those, like, just... That's where Original
Sin.
That's where Original Sin comes in.
Original Sin.
Wow.
Because she doesn't want Deadpool...
Mediocre event at best.
Wow.
Because she doesn't want Deadpool grieved, and she doesn't want Deadpool to know.
Dang. Dude, that
Zero.
actually sounds pretty awesome. Like a pretty
even
good
if
story.
you don't like Deadpool, do the good, the bad, and the ugly.
That sounds like a pretty solid story.
It is a really good story. We'll probably end up remaking it on the channel eventually because it's one of our earlier ones. Actually, side note, that was the story that got copyrighted by Marvel.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember which one it was.
That was the
I know
one.
There was one that got copyright claimed. Yeah. Wow.
But anyway, yeah, and so eventually he discovers
Deadpool.
Ellie's now.
Wow, we've already. Oh shit. This is taking way longer than I thought it was going to. Oh
And so he
man.
wants to have a life with her, but he doesn't want her to know that he's the father. So he's just the weird Uncle Deadpool.
Let's try and do this on 2 times speed.
It is a really good story, and it's funny because it starts out with normal crazy Deadpool. You're like, oh, Deadpool's just being Deadpool. He's just looking into things, and as more things develop, and he finds out more of the story. He just stops joking about it, and he's just like, we need to save this girl and my daughter, and we have to save these people. Only to find out they're already dead. Long dead.
I'm gonna. I normally don't do these on 2 times speed because I don't think I'm good enough with the switches yet. But I'm on a time crunch, so I might need to. Might need to learn.
If I remember correctly, Butler gets murdered there.
I would probably hope so.
No matter what Captain America does, pretty sure Wolverine and Deadpool are not going to be saved. Because I remember Wolverine was pretty much like, we will get him for you.
I mean, if it came like Captain America.
We will get him for you.
I mean,
like,
if it came.
it's pretty much like, we will get him for you.
I mean,
like,
if it came like Captain America and it came down to it, and it was like, dude, Cap, like this guy killed my wife and kid, and like, and a whole bunch of other people like, Captain America, I'd go have a sandwich. Like, do what you do, man. Like, I'd leave and just be like, I didn't see anything.
what's going on over there? Jimmy John's is great today.
That's exactly what happened.
So Ellie goes on to live with Preston and everything like that. Okay. And now, so here's the thing that goes up with Deadpool. This is a part of that Jerry Dugan run, okay? Which pretty much builds up with this. Deadpool comes to the realization that he can't have a regular life and beat Deadpool. So he tries to have a life with Ellie. It doesn't ever really pan out. Now this leads to a couple of events that happen where he tries to save her, and he ends up using her as a decoy one time. Like when Mad Cat tries to shoot him, he's like, you're gonna stand here, he's gonna quick someone and save her. Preston's like, you don't ever use your daughter as a decoy. Like he doesn't know how to be a dad. Basically what that comes down to. But this leads to 2 other really key events. One, where Mad Cat infects him with a virus that he brings back, which infects Ellie, Preston, well, Preston's husband, Preston's son, Preston's a lifelong decoy son. That led to their defeat of Mad Cat finally getting the antivenom again.
Yeah.
But the other one that this led to was the death of Deadpool. Now,
Oh yeah, with the incursions.
right, did you actually read the death of
Yes, I
Deadpool?
read the death.
Okay.
Yeah.
As far as I'm
one of the cool
concerned,
scenes is like when he finally shows. Yeah.
As far as I'm
one of the
concerned-
coolest scenes is like when he finally shows up at like that big battle at the end.
Yeah.
And like slaughters everyone. Yeah, that's one of the coolest things. Yeah.
so basically, for those guys who are watching at home,
For those of you watching at home. At home.
Things. Yeah, yeah.
so basically, for those of you guys who are watching at home, what's that group? It's Flag Smasher and who?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
So basically, for those of you guys who are watching at home, what's that group? It's Flag Smasher and who?
Yeah, it's okay. God, I can't remember. They were this minor group for years and years.
Yeah.
Because I ran over it on my channel. They were a small group for years, like forever. But then they came out. They were trying.
They were trying to take out Deadpool.
They were trying to take out Deadpool. I want to say it was contract job.
Okay.
They were contracting.
Oh yeah, because at the end they're like, don't kill me. We're just not gonna mess with you anymore.
Yeah, there was something along those lines.
Yeah.
God, I can't remember what it was. Maybe it was because Deadpool embarrassed him. But yeah,
Oh, that's what was he embarrassed
because he ended up took his whole family, threw him in the house, had Benjamin Franklin keep an eye on him.
Benjamin Franklin was the ghost.
The ghost of the president, which he fought earlier.
No. Benjamin Franklin was the good ghost. The other one's the evil ghost.
Oh, yeah,
It was Deadpool and the ghost.
Evil
of President,
ghost.
Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson. I think JFK was in there too.
The craziest thing was the country sucks now, we're gonna fix it.
That was the whole reason they're doing it.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
So the whole point of that story is he realizes he can't be Deadpool and have a family, so he kills Deadpool.
Yeah.
He kills everyone who messes with Deadpool and then lets Deadpool die there and he leaves the mask and then the incursions happen. And then one of the greatest lines ever. Did the Avengers stop that? Deadpool die there and he leaves the mask and then the incursions happen. And then one of the greatest lines ever. Did the Avengers stop that?
Fix this, yeah.
And he dies to a planet crushing him.
Yeah, and then he goes into Deadpool's Secret War,
Yeah.
which I've never covered.
Contemplating whether or not I should show that. Might as
Leaves
well.
the mask and then the incursions happen. And then the incursions happen. And one of the greatest lines ever. Did the Avengers stop that?
Yeah. Fix this, yeah.
And he dies to a planet crushing him.
Yeah, and then he goes into Deadpool's Secret War,
Yeah.
which I've never covered, but I've always wanted to.
It was weird.
It was.
It's like Retcon Secret War.
Oops.
Just wanted to.
It was weird.
It was.
It's like Retcon Secret War.
Yeah, but you guys know that Deadpool was the reason Spider-Man got the symbiote?
Apparently.
And so it's hilarious because Spider-Man goes into the room and he's just like, hey, like, you know what, get a costume? Like, I saw one over there. And like, sends one over to the Venom symbiote. It's so
No, did you realize he used the symbiote too?
oh no, yeah,
He used it. He's like, I was trying to invade my brain. I'm just gonna put
I
this
think we
back.
went back in time.
And he puts Spider-Man
Boop,
in
Yeah. God, that was a cool story.
So, okay. So that's the dead Deadpool, how he raised his daughter, how she...
Boop boop.
God, that was a
Okay.
So, okay. So that's the dead Deadpool, how he raised his daughter, how she's been messed up with a bunch of stuff, and Secret Empire, obviously she's being messed up right now, in general. But this leads to the story of Deadpool 2099.
I've never read that.
It only came out recently. Deadpool 2099.
I've never read that.
It only came out recently. So in the newest run,
Gotta go speedy.
they would do an issue of 2099.
Thankfully, Mopey gathering certain images is gonna help as well.
It only came out recently. Okay. So in the newest run for Deadpool, every 5th or 6th issue, they would do an issue of 2099. So they have 4 issues. Okay. And what the story was is Deadpool and Sheila had a daughter. But this leads to the story of Deadpool.
Once upon a time, in the year 2099.
Okay. So in the newest run for Deadpool, every 5th or 6th issue, they would do an issue of 2099. So they have 4 issues. Okay. And what the story was is Deadpool and Sheila had a daughter. Warda, that was it, Warda. And she was like Sheila.
Yeah.
Warda chained up Deadpool and forced him to watch CNN.
Really?
Because he can't die. Because he hit the body of Sheila.
I mean, that makes sense, though. Being forced to watch CNN and
That's what she would do. She would leave him and use the name of Deadpool to go create problems.
Yeah.
Which led to Ellie showing up.
Okay.
Ellie's alive in 2099.
How?
Well, as we discovered, Ellie is a mutant. And her ability is when she dies, she is reborn at the age she got her mutant abilities.
Forever?
Forever.
That's not a bad power. I mean, that's not a terrible mutant power to have. You might go back to be like 15 again.
Yeah, it's like she dies in the story and she comes back at like age 15. She's like, oh man, I haven't done that in a while. And it's funny because before that she's like overweight for 8 years. Like,
Just like this old woman.
Yeah.
God, if only I could be young again. Just come back to being young.
So the story revolves around the marriage of Deadpool and Sheila. You know he married the vampire queen. Yeah, all that stuff. So he has a daughter, Warda, he has Ellie. Preston is we discovered there was a hollow image, but she's still around. So I'm assuming Secret Empire is coming back, but whatever. I mean, I think 2099 is kind of like this whole thing anyway.
Yeah,
He's like doing
yeah,
everything.
they're still doing that with Spider-Man.
Yeah. But anyway, so Deadpool is fighting against his 2 daughters,
Oh boy.
who Ellie just wants to kill Warda. Warda just wants Deadpool to tell her where he buried Sheila, because as we discovered after the last war, Sheila came back, got back to Deadpool in a final war.
Is
So what happened
mostly
is they saw Deadpool,
watching.
getting rid of her and like stealing her away. And also these are some of the funny moments when he wakes up in the other monsters in the final war. Like,
Editing.
tiny little thing, and everyone's scared to start up. They're like, oh no, it's like a little thing, it's waking up. And he wakes up, it's this tiny little doll. Deadpool's like, how did we beat that? Why was that a problem? Oh yeah, we used pinfall.
Fascinating.
So what's the whole tragic part of it?
Well, so it's about Rose to full size.
So what's the whole tragic part of it?
Well, so what ends up happening is Deadpool can never get away from Sheila. He never reveals where he buried her. And the reason is because he said, regardless of them fighting, regardless of trying to kill him in the daughter situation, she was the one true love of his life. So what he did was, he took her, put her in a coffin, pinpointed it down, and then he shot her into his own heart, where she now sleeps.
Wow.
And that's why
Do it on the WoW, not after the WoW.
Wow.
no one can find her.
That's pretty ingenious, actually.
Yeah.
Deadpool's a lot smarter than people give credit for.
So at the very
Yeah.
yeah.
Deadpool's a lot smarter than people give credit for.
So at the very end of the whole thing, like Preston and Ellie are also down with him because Warda they sealed away. Oh no, they downloaded Preston into Warda's mind, so that Warda would have to have a moral compass to live her life.
Yeah.
So Ellie and Deadpool sit down and I was like, where did you put her? And he's like, I put her close to my heart. And then like into his chest, and he just sees Sheila asleep.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. It's tragic, but not at the same time. So we're going up and down here. We're going up and down.
See, Deadpool's use of pin particles is kind of cool. Like in Deadpool kills him over universe.
Yeah.
When you use pin particles and they throw bombs and then they just all the Avengers.
No, he shrunk the bombs, put them in their coffee.
Oh, that was?
Yeah, he took the particles, shrunk bombs, put it in Avengers coffee. So when they were all drinking it, he then set them all off.
No, I thought he like detonated, like had this, like all these bombs and stuff. They were shrunk down and like he just basically let them grow and they all blew up.
No, you're right, he did that, and how he got Luke Cage is put it in coffee. Oh, because Luke Cage survived.
Yeah.
And he was like, what have you done? And he's like, did you drink the coffee? Okay, so that's Deadpool 2099. And another situation of him being used and then getting what he wants and then losing it. Did you know when he joined the X-Men? Did you know that story?
Oh, dude, that was so.
What is
Did you know when he joined the X-Men? Did you know that story?
Oh, dude.
Deadpool X-Man? Deadpool X-Man.
Did you know when he joined the X-Men? Did you know that story?
Oh, dude, that was so amazing. Dude, it was so funny when he shoots the glass out from Domino and she lands on 200,000 acres. That's one of the coolest things.
So Deadpool goes to the X-Men, goes to Genosha, and he's like, hey, I want to be the X-Man. And Cyclops is like, nope.
absolutely not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Deadpool leaves, he's all bitter and sour and salty about the whole thing, and Wolverine's like, no, we can use Deadpool. You should bring him back in. We can just bring him on. We better have him at our side. We can get him under control instead of letting him run free.
Yeah.
So Domino goes to him, and Deadpool made I got the number down, 372,844 pancakes that morning.
Yeah.
And then he tricks Domino to stand on the glass plate, so it breaks, and she falls on the pancakes. And you're like, how? Like, how did he? Oh.
I want pancakes now.
It was hilarious. We had this panel where he's just like wearing the chef's hat and an apron.
Yeah.
He's like, I love to sell 300,000 pancakes a year. It's hilarious.
And they're all in a pool with butter and syrup. I don't get that.
It actually looks like him.
So, a pool with butter and syrup. I don't get that.
It actually looks like him.
So what's happening now is he goes to the whole adventure and they say join the X-Men and he just realizes he gets to wear his X-Men suit,
Yeah.
which just says like a big X and it says Deadpool.
He's like, I want my own suit.
And he joins the X-Men and they're going through one of the political things where the other guy's trying to get rid of them.
I'm gonna do that here instead.
And he joins the X-Men. And he joins the X-Men and they're going through one of the political things where the other guy's trying to get rid of them, painting them to be bad guys, stuff like that. And Deadpool finally gets his dream on hitting the X-Men. That's the thing he always wanted to do. He's I don't know why, he's always wanted to be X-Men. They finally let him on there and then he goes crazy trying to kill that guy.
Dude, it's hilarious because there's a news scene where like they're like this guy survived an assassination for Deadpool, and they're like, Cyclops, you have to see this. And they call Cyclops.
News.
And it's Cyclops watching. He's like, oh my god.
Yeah, does it say like Deadpool the X-Men? X-Men?
Oh my god.
Yeah, does it say like Deadpool the X-Men?
It was so great. I love that story.
So what happens is the X-Men.
Oops. I'm bad at it. I'm bad
So what
at
happens is the
it.
X-Men all go there to stop Deadpool, who's flaunting around as if he's an X-Man.
Yeah.
They stop him, and Wolverine's like, we got set up. Deadpool did it all, so that we can bring him down and be the hero.
That's exactly it. I like how you're explaining to me a story I already
I know,
heard.
that's the cool. We have viewers. We have viewers. The viewers need to know.
That was the cool thing. Yeah, he literally made it so that people like it guys.
Yeah.
Which didn't matter anyway, because everybody still hate him.
But it was a cool idea.
It was a cool
I love the idea behind it. Yeah.
He fell on his sword for a team.
Right, he finally gets a dream and he sacrificed the one thing that he wanted to move on. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the tragic marriages of Deadpool. Okay, so I've got a couple good ones here.
Marriage.
You know, eventually there's gonna be more. Yeah. You know.
Marriage.
But do you know about his marriage to Shikla? And
Yeah,
how
yeah.
eventually there's a big war.
Deadpool X Shikla.
But do you know about his marriage to Shikla? And how
Shikla.
eventually there's a big war.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. Okay. There are three others that I found. That he had marriages of. Did not exactly know about.
Okay.
First up, did you know he married Miss Marvel once? First up, did you know that he?
Okay.
First up, did
What? Hope he means Carol.
you know that he married Miss Marvel once?
Carol Danvers?
Yeah. Not Captain.
No.
She was Miss Marvel.
No.
There's a story where they both went up in Vegas. They both got drunk. He fell in love with her. They got married, and Captain America saved her and whisked her away.
Now, here's the only important question that needs to come out of this. At any point, did they consummate the marriage?
I don't know.
Because of Deadpool right on. Carol Danvers, man. That's kind of an achievement.
I mean, some of the tragic thing, I just thought that was kind of funny.
It is funny.
Okay. So, and then another.
Yes, Rob. Because having sex with a woman is an achievement.
That one was kind of funny.
It is funny.
Okay. I think I just thought that one was kind of funny.
It is funny.
Okay. So, and then another good funny one is his marriage to Mystique. 21
Mystique. X Deadpool.
is
Hi, Tyler.
his marriage to Mystique.
I don't know
Yeah, married to Mystique.
I didn't know he was married
Is
to her.
married to Mystique. So Mystique turned into this generic Deadpool fangirl and tricked him into bringing her into like a shield base so that she could kill the shield agent. Kill the shield agent. Deadpool tried to hold me down. He goes over. He finds her. Gets her changed back. They have guns in each other's faces. He's like, "What are you doing?" He sprays her with bullets. He goes, "No, George sent the divorce papers. So I put them in the collection."
They didn't even tell you when. No, they got married. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, that's what you signed these divorce papers.
I got them in the collection of divorce papers.
That's one of those things where I feel like you're reading the comic and you're just like, what?
all of these backstories of his marriages, a good chunk of them. If you read issue 25 or 27 of the Deadpool remarried Shikla, they put them all in the back.
Okay.
What it is, he's having a fight with Wolverine, and Wolverine's like, "Oh, how's it gonna be married?" He's got married before. And he goes on all these little adventures.
Oh, okay.
Right. But here's the sad one. Okay. You know the character from the movie, right? The girl.
Oops. Oops.
Sad one. Okay. You know the character from the movie, right? The girlfriend.
Yes.
Okay. But for the record, this is how we're gonna end our story too.
Okay.
I'm ending on the sad thing. Okay.
What was that?
Good. This is how we're gonna end our story too.
Okay.
I'm ending on
Somebody had a ringtone.
the sad thing.
Okay.
Okay. Two.
Okay.
I'm ending on the sad thing. Okay. So, lost my train of thought. Is that your phone?
No.
Okay. No, it's not. It's just my lost my train of thought. No, yeah. It's not gonna get picked up.
Yeah.
I was hoping it was Rob's.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Okay. So.
Terrible. Unprofessional. Whoever's phone was on. How dare they?
No, it's not a bit. It's just I'm losing my train of thought. It's not a big
Okay.
deal. Yeah. It's not gonna get picked up.
Oh, it did get picked up, though. These mics aren't. These mics were sensitive to the car.
Yeah.
I was like, because I was hoping it was Rob's, and I was gonna give you so much shit. Okay. Anyway, back to the whole thing. So we're gonna end the story. It's gonna end here. Anyway, back to the whole thing. So we're gonna end the story. We're gonna end the story. It's gonna end here. This is where they're gonna end the podcast. The vodcast.
Okay.
This is the saddest thing ever. The character from the movie is real. Do you know that?
Okay.
I'm ending on the sad thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Kind of want to cut that out, though.
Yes.
Okay. But for the record, the girlfriend. Okay. But here's the sad one. We're gonna end the story. It's the sad one. We're gonna end the story. It's gonna end here. This is where they're gonna end the podcast, the vodcast.
Okay.
This is the saddest thing ever. The character from the movie is real. You know that. The girlfriend.
In the comics.
Yes. Yeah. Do you know what story behind her? Because we all you explain this one. I gotta take a lot of this one.
She became copycat, didn't she?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so it's Vanessa Carlisle?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Dude, she is so cool. I can't remember the intricacies of it, but I remember that Deadpool left her. She got angry and vengeful. I think she
Vanessa Carlisle.
She became copycat.
Copycat? I cut it out.
She became copycat, didn't she?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so it's Vanessa.
Hi, Elliot. Go do more important things.
Carlisle?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Dude, she is so cool. I can't remember the intricacies of it, but I remember that Deadpool left her. She got angry and vengeful. I think she became copycat trying to get back at him. Yeah. Okay, but she's like a better Mystique, basically.
She is. Yeah. In her entire vendetta is to get rid of Deadpool.
Her Mystique, basically.
She is.
So,
yeah. In her entire vendetta is to get rid of Deadpool.
Yes.
Except for when she died.
When did she die?
Ah.
When did she die?
So he finally.
Not a fan. Here we go.
When did she die?
Ah.
When did she die?
So they finally make amends to an extent. They go on an adventure. They go do a bunch of stuff. She gets shot.
Oh, that's right. The death of Oh, that's right. The death of Copycat.
Yep.
Oh, man, that's right. Because she had been a major character for a while because there was a story where her and Domino fought each other.
Yes.
Oh, man.
So it goes way beyond that. Okay. And this actually explored that marriage issue.
Okay, remind me everything.
Okay, well, she gets shot. Yeah. She's dying. Deadpool gives her his blood so that she can regenerate and be okay. And she tells him that it doesn't matter. She doesn't feel the same way about him. And she wants to move on with her life. The blood doesn't work, and she dies. So we think.
Oh no.
Wow.
Deadpool can't cope with the death of his first major girlfriend character.
Oh
He goes home and he makes a sock
no.
puppet.
Oh, God.
And he marries the sock puppet.
Oh, God.
He goes home and he makes a sock puppet. And he makes a sock puppet.
Oh, God.
And he marries the sock puppet.
Oh, God.
And it looks like Vanessa. Okay?
Okay.
So, hold on, she's now looking at the door.
Okay.
Sock puppet.
So,
Okay.
so, okay.
Okay.
So, hold that thought, actually, because Natalie can't get the door.
What the fuck? Oh god.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dude, this.
You know, in hindsight, I absolutely and 100% okay with not having the chat on the screen.
He has a psychic break and he. That's right.
The lighting guy's upstairs, so I gotta do this.
Oh, okay.
We gotta wrap up. Yeah. Okay. So, crap. Where was? Oh yeah, Vanessa
Vanessa.
made a hand puppet. Right. We're gonna have like probably a really hard cut there anyway.
Yeah, we're gonna have a really hard time.
So we have a guy at the door. Anyway, made a hand puppet.
Yeah.
Vanessa's dead, right?
Yeah.
Or so we think. So he takes the hand puppet as a okay.
Okay.
Let's get some context, make sure that
And
makes
it looks
sense.
like Vanessa. Okay.
Okay.
So he takes the hand puppet as a way to cope. Gets married to the hand puppet. He even makes a joke that the hand puppet will do things more that Cinemax can never do, or the exact same thing.
Cinema X.
And he goes on adventures with this. During this period, he also has a chimichanga truck outside of his apartment. Doesn't even know what chimichanga is. And the he goes over there, the person explains that it's a deep fried burrito. And the he goes over there, the person explains that it's a deep fried burrito, falls in love with chimichangas, eats it, goes on his adventures with his hand puppet.
Yeah.
Talks to it, they have a great time together as far as he's concerned. Eventually, he goes into combat with it. The him and Vanessa, the copycat, as far as he's concerned, it's copycat. Eventually, he gets blown off and is dead. And so he has to cope with the actual death of Vanessa again.
Wow.
Okay? But, as he's coping with it, and he's been eating more and more chimichangas,
But, and then you can make a nice cut.
as he's coping with it,
Nice cut.
and he's been eating more and more chimichangas to remember Vanessa, because that was the first meal they had together as a marriage. We discovered that the chimichanga truck is copycat.
The whole truck.
What?
The chimichanga truck is copycat.
The
She's-
whole truck.
She is the tender for it, the burrito vendor. And she's been keeping an eye on him. Make sure he was okay.
Oh, I thought you were gonna tell me. Okay, I thought that was my one two ways. She was.
I guess I could add a picture of the sock puppet since Mopey gave it to me.
Cinemax could never do, or. And it looks like Vanessa.
Sock puppet.
And it looks like, or the exact same thing.
Cinema X. The
She's-
whole truck.
She is the tender for it, the burrito vendor, and she's been keeping an eye on him to make sure he was okay.
Oh, I thought you were gonna tell me. Okay, I thought that was my one two ways. Either she was the truck, or they had like chopped her up and they were feeding.
Oh, God, that was
yeah,
that story. More.
Wow, so she's the
So she's still around.
vendor.
Is what they established.
And she's just keeping. Wow.
As far as you know, she's dead though. And then it's not dying.
So they're gonna bring it back. I
I
wonder.
don't know. Because that was a more recent issue too.
Oops.
I don't know.
Wow.
Because that was a more recent issue too that we discovered she lived, and she was the one that gave him the first chimichanga, and he eats the chimichangas because it was in the alien and that's how together.
Well, they don't really bring characters back. Well, they don't ever really. Well, they don't ever really bring characters back when they're doing anything.
Yeah. There's a bunch of one-off stories though.
Oh.
Yeah. So it could very easily been like, no,
Well, sometimes just watch to see how people respond to it.
yeah. But I wanted to be the tragic sock puppet.
Yeah.
But like, it's okay. This is okay. And that's where he discovered he loves chimichangas.
It's actually sadder that you ran around with a sock puppet than it is like a
I know.
That's actually like the most crushing part of that.
I'm gonna show you the panels after this too, because I'm gonna be on where we're talking.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Because he could go with the detective copycat. So, I'll give you a bunch of my favorite character development, backstory, sad stories about Deadpool. Some okay, some really dark.
Deadpool.
What does it make you think about Deadpool?
I mean, I still really like him. I mean, he's okay.
That's it?
Yeah, I mean, it's decent enough.
Doesn't he care about it all?
I've read stories about Iron Man being alcoholic, almost destroying his entire company. Spider-Man's died. You know, Thor lost his hammer. He's almost died. I read the story where I just spilled his whole origin.
But any of them make a sock puppet and then go on adventures with it and then let it die and cope.
I want to see a story where Captain America's coping with the death of Bucky Barnes. And just, he makes a sock puppet, sock puppet, and she's like, let's go, Bucky.
We're animating portions of this podcast. I feel like I have an animated sock puppet version of Bucky Barnes.
He's talking, Bucky Barnes, what are you going to do? What do you think we should do? We're going to go to battle.
That would be the saddest and funniest thing at the same exact time.
I'd laugh so hard, but I feel so bad for him.
Yeah.
I was like, laugh so hard.
I don't need to change that.
Thing at the same exact time.
I'd laugh so hard, but I feel so bad for him.
Yeah.
I was like, kind of break with the whole thing.
Alright, so next we're going to move on to our B-roll. There's actually no purpose to today's B-roll. We're talking about injustice. We talk about the microphones. We talk about that clacker that's on screen right now.
Oh, yeah,
Actually, I think it's on screen right now.
Yeah. Sitting here.
Yeah. Which we now Rob is aware you have to face forward.
Yeah.
Anyway, but if you want to check stick around, we're going to have more discussion. Anyway, but if you want to check stick around, we're going to have more discussions. Rob and I just BSing. If you don't, you just like our comic book knowledge bombs. You like the RnBe. Please support us by subscribing to the channel, giving this video a like, and sharing it. You can find it on iTunes and SoundCloud. And you can chat with me and Rob at Comics and Comics Story. Also, go check out our gaming channel. We just want to see us talk about gaming stuff.
Eligible monster.
So, go check out our gaming channel. We just want to see us talk about gaming stuff.
Eligible monster.
Alright guys, moving on to the B-roll. Hope you enjoyed. Alright guys, moving on to the B-roll. Hope you enjoyed.
Wow. Wow.
Peace. Because
Rob
Alright
mad.
guys, moving on to the B-roll. Hope you enjoyed.
Pink. Penis. 1, 2, 3-ness. John ate my shoes on set. They were made of seashells.
You absolutely love that thing.
Sally sat in her saucy sausage and said to Sandra, suck my sad little ween. Alright. Ugh. I'll just say for this one.
So there's a character named Butler who was practicing.
Skip to 1525. That's what I'll say. Sit on the step and be very sad. I don't know what I'm talking about. Sing, Superman. Sing. Alternate universe where the Flash didn't get a show. Superman did, but it's a musical. So instead of Run Barry Run, it's Sing Superman Sing. I want to play Horizon, but I have work to do.
Like 5 minutes, we'll be in the next topic.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Hey, that screaming little boy is he's a good little boy.
jump ahead like 5 minutes, we'll be in the next topic.
Yeah.
Okay, so Steve Rogers.
Ooh, I gotta pee. I'm gonna pee. I'll be right back. I have returned, unfortunately. Okay. I changed my glasses as well. I got new glasses today. These are not one of them. And I was wearing one that I wasn't super sure if I liked. And I decided that I don't really like them. So, probably going to return them. But that's okay. Gotta figure out how to do that. Or even if I can, because... Anyway. I'm gonna get back to work. Oh, I don't doubt that they're actually playing Overwatch. But I don't have time. Because, what time is it? Yep, 7:30. I gotta finish editing this. And then pack. So, let's go through Mopey's things here. What is this? I need... What do I need? Wolverine. Wolverine Origins 2. And Deadpool. Wolverine Origin 2. Book 1. Well, looky there. There's a Deadpool version of it. Oh, good. Bad. There's a high-res one. Well, let's cut that on it. I can fix that. No problem. Oh, my head hurts so much. I just want to go to sleep. I'm gonna... You know... This is just what I want to do right now. That's just what I'm feeling right now. That's just kind of my mood right now. If you catch my drift. That's all I'm saying. Okay. I feel like they... Yeah. Bye, Will. Have fun. Normally I don't like censorship in any capacity, but my head hurts and I didn't want to keep reading all that, so... Is this it? No. Is this it? No. What's the context of this? It's a childhood thing, right? Yeah. Can you guys hear those cicadas outside? They're really fucking loud. They haven't been around for like a month. I don't know what their deal is tonight. What? Oh, thank God. I was like, did the Marvel Wiki die? Baby, 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 me, We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. The complication, what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. I just want to tell you how I'm feeling. Maybe he's talking about this. Oops. Wanna make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert. I think this is the comic he's actually talking about. We've known each other for so long. My heart's been aching, but you're too blind to say it. See, the problem is there's volume 1, which goes on for like 40 issues, which is what he mentions. But I think there's also just Wolverine Origin. Yeah, and then Origin 2. RnBe is the Robin Benny experiment. It's the Comic Story and Comics Explained podcast. Let's go to issue 45, where that variant is from. Deadpool has a cameo. Okay. So then let's also go to Origin 2. Number 1. This series only goes on for a couple issues. Seemingly Deadpool does not appear. So I'm going to go with this being the book that they're talking about. I think. That's what I think. Is there an online podcast this week? Should be. We recorded 3 of them. Let me ask Dennis. What the frick? What the frick? It's supposed to come out tomorrow, though. I think. What's the second thing here that I actually...
He meets Deadpool for the first time and they talk. And we discover that as a child, Deadpool was...
Wolverine, Origin 2, Deadpool meets Wolverine. I don't know. No, see, yeah, that's just gonna bring that up. Comic meet. Oh God. You know, I'm just gonna... Yeah. How about you guys just look at me for a bit? You know, just take a nice, sweet, long look at me for just a solid minute here. Just a little bit of a look, you know? Just have a look at me. Take it all in. You know, don't even look at me. Look at the arms form set. Look at that set. It's a pretty set. It's not, the lights on and aren't turned on right now, but just bask in the set. It's a good set. I like the set. I think it's a good set. If you don't think it's a good set, then heck off. That's what I'm here to tell you, mister. Now you might be thinking, we could clearly hear you typing. What are you doing on your monitor that you don't want to show us? That's for me to know and you to find out. Or don't find out. It's really up to you. Hold on. Do I have these comics? I'm not watching porn. You lie. Porn's for the weak. Spineless. Fools. You fool! Why was Pingu banned? Because he's been very, very irritating in the past. And I always give him an extra chance. And you claiming that you're not Pingu tells me that you are. So, but again, I'll always give you another chance. Because I admire the amount of accounts you have. But I will not hesitate to pull the trigger again. So, keep that in mind, son. Whoops. Why didn't I just do this? Idiot. Fuck. Fuck! 20 through 25. What happens there? No. Oh, God. Let me just look for Deadpool. Just look for... There he is. Wow. It's Deadpool. Deadpool. Now we look for the scene where they talk about... It might have been in that. It might have just been that. No, it was not. Do they ever just talk about childhood? Is that a thing that happens? Shut up, Mofi. Our house. I shouldn't really be doing this because it's just for a podcast and I don't have time, but my philosophy on images in the podcast is I want to throw up enough for context, but not enough to where it becomes a visual necessity to be watching the video version of the podcast. Because I hate nothing more than watching a video podcast and feeling, or just listening to an audio podcast with a video version and feeling like I'm left out because there's a video element that I'm missing. Which is why I prefer when there are audio podcasts and video podcasts different, but, you know. really just want to know about your little childhood, Deadpoolio. Mr. Pool. Mr. D. Pool. Dead boy. Dead boy. In the middle of the void. Dead boy. Dead, 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 dead boy. Dead boy. Here it is. I think this is it, right? I don't know. The visual reference I make in online podcasts are for jokes, though. Most of the time, the whole point is that you can't see them. So ow, my leg. Ow, fuck, my leg. So I say false things as a joke because you have no way of disproving them. This is a childhood. This is it right here. Yeah, this is that moment. So I'll use, I don't know, how about this? This is fine. We'll use this. We'll do it live. We are doing it live. What's the point? You will fuck what I tell you to fuck, sir. Ma'am. Ma'am. Alright, now we can use what Mopey has sent us. So what is this? A Tumblr post? I'll just use this, I guess, for some context. That's fine. Secret invasion. Oh, that's what this is. Okay. That is where you want to be. Our house. Secret Empire. Mopey. You're my favorite. Butler brainwash. Do not remember writing that.
So there's a character named Butler who was practicing brainwashing techniques against Deadpool. Okay? And
Butler. We just really need a picture of Butler. What? The Butler. Oh, he's just the Butler. He doesn't have a... Doesn't have a name? Spooky. Mysterious white man in glasses. Classic villain. Classic time. The good, the bad, and the ugly. What do you... Oh, that's another picture of Butler. You're too slow, Mopey. You're too slow. You're too goddamn slow. I think this is the one that I... Let me... Hold on. I always... Whenever I open Amazon... Why is my webcam so overexposed right now? It always resets whenever I like turn my computer off. I'm just checking my Amazon wish list to see, because I think... No, maybe I took it off. Because I started reading Deadpool. This run of Deadpool. Brian Posen's run of Deadpool. And... I think this is... I didn't read this one. I read the first two. I think this is the third volume. I can fix this. This is just needs some levels adjustments. That's fine. Okay. Amazon wish list. Alright, Original Sin. Mopey does have that one. Because he's the best. What is this? Oh, this is the... I think this is another Good, the Bad, and the Ugly thing. Ow! Oh, we don't need that. What's this one? This is the Dead Presidents. We also don't need this. We're missing... Right. This bitch. Where's the big page? Isn't there a shot of him, like, actually being crushed by it? Or am I crazy? I think I might be crazy. Oh well. We all gotta admit we're crazy at some point. I could probably find a bigger one of this. Guys, go to toonzone.net and eat dicks for a living. I'm past it. I've moved past it. Look at Thanos in a helicopter. What is this? This is Deadpool X Shikla. We need Deadpool as an X-Man. No. This. Yeah, this probably works. Doesn't he have an... He was on the X-Force, right? That's where his blue one comes in? No, that's black and white. Doesn't he have a blue and yellow costume? When did he use that? Yeah. This. Is it an alternate universe? Or am I just thinking of the pops that have no basis in the comics? Is this Stuart Immonen? This looks like Stuart Immonen. Oh, and then Mopey got me this for Shikla. Now I need Deadpool Carol Danvers. When do they get married? Great. It's It's real good when you go on the wiki to look for something and it's not referenced at all. Fantastic. Is this it? This must be it. Good. Pinterest, the worst fucking website on planet Earth. Oh, Jesus. What the I clicked an X. This website's so bad. Why does anybody use this website? Oh, God. It's good for recipes, I guess. Go back to the search. Spider Woman. Deadpool Volume 4, Issue 27. Okay. That's something. There's like a billion Deadpool volume. Well, it said volume 4 specifically. Oh, Mopey found it. Yeah, this is probably fine. Thanks, Mopey. You're the best. Part 50 million. Mystique. No, I don't want porn and cosplay. God. No. Is this it? It's copycat. Show me Mystique. Show me Mystique. Oh, okay. Why would that come up if Mystique is not on the list? Bitch. Anybody know about Mystique and Deadpool? Let's get some context.
Did you know that he married Miss Marvel once? Is marriage to Mystique?
I didn't know he was married.
He
to
was
her.
married to Mystique.
Wow.
So Mystique turned into just generic Deadpool fangirl.
They call me Deadpool fangirl. Wait a minute. This looks like it could be it. No. This is that same article. Is it not? Yeah. It's Mystique. Oh, it came back because Mystique is mentioned as a reference. That's copycat. That's not Mystique. Evidence of what? Mopey. I want to die. What is this from? I feel like I've seen this before. You have no evidence. Oh, you have no evidence. I thought you said you had evidence. Sorry. That's not helpful. Sabretooth is getting a fistful of ass. Where? Oh, where is Mystique? Where is Mystique? This is fan theory. I'll just ask Benny. Well, if he ripped it off a wiki, I sure as shit can't find it, so... Did he? We'll move on for now. But... just gonna wait for a response from him. He says it's in the Comixology, or the annual with the wedding. Copycat. No, I don't want the fucking Deadpool wiki. Any wiki other than the Marvel one is gross. Copy cart. Just need a general picture of Kirby Kurt. Boy, these cicadas are going fucking crazy. These pictures are awful. This one's probably fine. Can I get like the full? Yeah, here we go. Is that the full thing? Then I'll use this. Copycat. So 15. Okay. Oh, good, I'm not logged in. 1 second, folks. Must log in to Comixology. Benny linked me to the thing. See, he didn't rip it off a wiki. He just knew. Because he reads Deadpool. Oh my god. I'm gonna die. Oh, fuck. You know what? It's fine. Don't even worry about it. Mystique. Wow. I found it. With no help from Mopey. God. Okay. Next Orum's forum is about Greg Land. So strap in. I think it's a good one. Haven't seen the edit yet, but I think it's pretty good. Alright. Now, I'm going to take these 16 images and bring them into Photoshop. Make sure they're all fine and good. Remove text, fix levels. You know the drill. Crop if needed. You know the drill. You heard me. You heard me. Don't stop me now. Oops. And then after this video, apparently I have one more thing to do before I... What the fuck? Alright, Photoshop. I just hit a strange keyboard shortcut and it didn't like it. Why did he send it 3 times? Oh, he sent it twice. And then the audio once. I see. Goo-hoo. Aww. Bad. Bad, bad, bad. Bad. Everything's fine. Don't panic. God. You always panic. Stop panicking. You always come in here and go, oh, everything's ruined. It's not. Calm down. God. Get informed before you get deformed. Bip, bitty boppity boop. My name is Jennifer. No, it's not. It's not even remotely Jennifer. Do not know why I lied to you. If you can tell me, then do it. Do it. I hate clearing Deadpool text because you gotta do all this trash. I'm talking to myself. I'm tired. I'm just trying to stay awake. I have to pack. I might just sleep and get up early and then pack. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. That was too big. I hit that weird shortcut again. What am I hitting? I think I'm hitting Control Windows. Some shit. Oh, fucking. You know what I'll do? When we start exporting, I'm going to end the stream. And then I'm gonna pack while I'm exporting. Well, yeah. Yeah. We'll see. We'll just play it by ear. Everything's gonna be fine. Okay. I know I missed some spots there, but it's fine. You can't show a butt in comic books. How'd they do that? How'd they draw a butt? How's the artist even seen a butt? How do you even do that? How do you even do that? I am looking forward to seeing Benny and the others. I'm a little scared that I'm going to be exhausted, like, on hour 1. But that's fine. From previous experience with that whole gang, they move much faster than I do. They do many things in one day. I mean, I do many things in one day as well, but their pacing is different, you know? You know what I mean? Go, go, go. That's their motto. I also don't know if that's entirely true. Ooh, my mother's calling me. I'm busy. Call her in a minute. What was I saying? Oh yeah, that might also not be a fair assessment, because the experience that I'm thinking of was when we filmed the Versus series, when we were up there to film the Versus series and various other things, and we were operating so fast, and I don't know if that's something they do on a regular basis, or if that's just because we were only there for a limited amount of time, or a little bit of both. Who can really say? So we'll find out if I'm dead by day 1, or if I survive and flourish. Who's gonna say? Who will truly know? I hope he doesn't try to give me too hard a sell. If somebody says the word, "Let's go apartment hunting," they'll be dead to me. It's not that I don't want to live up there. It's that I don't want to move. It's expensive and so stressful. Like, unbelievably stressful. I moved 10 minutes away, and that was a goddamn nightmare for me. Moving states away? No. Not a big fan of that one. God. The reason I'm not just doing these last few manually is because I don't feel like reselecting. Yes, I'm that lazy that I will do more work to avoid work. Okay, we've done it. 16 images. Let's pop those into Premiere. Let's start whacking away at it.
Wolverine Origins 2.
Okay.
Remember when they did that? They did Origins 2.
Wolverine No, I remember they did Wolverine Origins.
Right, they did Wolverine Origins 2, which is like a 30 to 40 issue run where it went through all of Wolverine's past.
Oh, Daniel Way's
and he meets Deadpool for the first time and they talk. And we discover that as a child, Deadpool was mentally abused. Not physically, like is what you would assume.
Huh.
But his dad would just call him like a little girl, say that he was crying like a baby.
Baby.
He didn't just get raped. He got raped by Typhoid Mary.
The chick that causes illnesses in people.
Deadpool.
In the Deadpool book, tie-in, Nick Fury basically manipulated Deadpool into getting captured by the Skrulls, going up to the ship, allowing the Skrulls to take his DNA. The Skrull entire army.
Little baby Deadpool.
So this is a slight spoiler for Secret Empire Deadpool tie-in. If you're not you probably are reading it if you're a Deadpool fan. If you're not reading it, you probably never will. If you want to just jump ahead like 5 minutes, we'll be in the next topic.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this is a slight spoiler.
Little baby Deadpool. Little baby
So there's a character
Deadpool.
named So there's a character named Butler who was practicing brainwashing techniques against Deadpool. Okay.
Don't speak to me, Mopey. Just trying my best.
Now we're gonna go into the story of the good, the bad, and the ugly.
God.
That's the Captain America, Deadpool, and Wolverine story.
Right, and it's considered this is kind of like the big turning point where they really tried. That's where original sin comes in. Preston finds out the daughter lived, but she doesn't tell Deadpool.
Wow.
Because she doesn't want Deadpool to grieve, and she doesn't want Deadpool to know.
Dang.
All I'm saying is,
And then the incursions happen.
why we gotta do the way things certain happen.
And then one of the greatest lines ever. Didn't the Avengers stop that?
Yeah. They still haven't fixed this yet.
But this leads to the story of Deadpool 2099.
I have never read that.
It only came out recently.
Okay.
So in the newest run for Deadpool, every
Why
5th or 6th issue, they would do an...
People seem to think that, well, cover's not a spoiler. Is it? No, it's just a cover. I don't think that's the spoiler.
Did you know when he joined the X-Men? Did you know that? Did you know when he joined the X-Men? Did you know that story?
Oh, dude, that was so amazing. Dude, it was so funny when he what is it? He shoots the glass out from Domino and she lands on 200,000 pancakes.
But do you know about his marriage?
This is a terrible, terrible stream.
But
I wanted to stream Horizon before I left, but I don't have time. I just don't have time. Clover! Fuck off! Shit. There we go. God.
good ones here. But do you know about his marriage to Shikla? And how eventually there's a big war.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. Okay. There are 3 others that I found. Did you know that he married Miss Marvel once?
3 marriages. They call me the 3 marriage man.
First up, did you know that he married Miss Marvel once?
Carol Danvers?
Yeah. Not Carol.
Bop, bop.
Is marriage to Mystique.
I didn't know he was married
He
to
was
her.
married to Mystique.
Wow.
So Mystique turned into just generic Deadpool fangirl and tricked him into bringing...
Wow. I like saying wow.
She became copycat, didn't she?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so it's Vanessa Carlyle?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Dude, she is so cool. I can't remember the intro.
Copycat.
And it looks like Vanessa. Okay?
Okay.
So he takes the hand puppet as a way to cope. Gets married to the hand puppet. He even makes a joke that the hand puppet will do things for him that Cinemax can.
Alright. Now. Oh, I never extended the vignette. What the fuck? Why is this vignette? Vignette. Baguette. Why is it split in two? In twain.
I didn't. I just pulled my favorite ones. Okay. So.
Oh, now we do this. Control F. So that they all fit the frame. And
Wolverine Origins 2.
Okay.
So remember when they did that? They did Origins 2.
Wolverine.
right now we're gonna do a little
They did
thing
Origins.
that I like to call animation. Okay.
Wolverine Origins 2.
Okay.
So remember when they did that?
And then we do a copy paste. Don't scale those attribute times. Actually, you know what? I am gonna. You know what? I'm not gonna. Not gonna. And then we're gonna make sure that exposure blur is our default. And we're gonna apply that. Now we're gonna go through.
In Wolverine Origins 2.
What the hell?
Wolverine
I'm sorry.
in Wolverine Origins 2.
Why?
In Wolverine Origins. Wolverine.
Alright, fine. I'll use exposure blur. What the
in
fuck?
Wolverine Origins
Whatever. It's fine now.
2.
Okay.
So remember when they did that? They did Origins. He meets Deadpool for the first time and they talk. And we discover that as a child, Deadpool was
longer.
mentally abused. Not physically, like is what you. He didn't just get raped. He got raped by Typhoid Mary.
That one works.
In the Deadpool book, tie-in,
This
Nick
one
Fury
longer.
basically manipulated. Okay, so this is a slight spoiler for Secret Empire Deadpool tie-in. If you're not you probably.
And then go
So
here.
there's a character named Butler who was practicing brainwashing tech.
And then here.
Now we're gonna go into the story of the good, the bad, and the ugly. This is
That's the
And
that's where original sin comes in. Preston finds out the daughter lived,
here.
but she doesn't tell Dead.
And then
And then the incursions happen, and then one of the greatest lines ever. Didn't the Avengers stop?
And then here.
But this leads to the story of Deadpool 2099.
I have never read that.
And then here.
Did you know when he joined the X-Men? Did you know that story?
Oh, dude, that was so.
And then here.
But do you know about his marriage to Shikla? And
Yeah,
how
yeah.
eventually there's.
And then here.
First up, did you know that he married Miss Marvel once?
Carol Danvers?
Yeah. Not
No.
counting
And then right over here.
his marriage to Mystique.
I didn't know he was married
He
to
was
her.
married to Mystique.
And you're gonna go ahead to go right
She
over
became
here.
Copycat, didn't she?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so it's Vanessa.
And then
And it looks like Vanessa.
right on
Okay.
right there.
So he takes the hand pump.
And guess what, folks? We're gosh dang dung. We're dung. We're gonna take this project last episode and import it. Just because I'm too lazy to recreate the music, I'm just gonna steal it from the last episode. Previously. Peter Parker or Miles Morales, both for different reasons. That's my answer. Don't wear it out. Don't don't wear oot. We Canadian now.
Rob,
Benny.
welcome to the RnBe.
Yes.
The RnBe. For the record, my backyard is swarming.
That's really cool. Dylan play Overwatch yet, right?
No,
Just to
not
make
yet.
sure, Dylan.
As a matter of fact, we're moving on from Overwatch to Destiny and PlayerUnknown.
Bunch
and we
of
just
rude
never let Dylan play.
And
dudes.
Dylan's still not gonna be able to play with us.
No,
Dylan,
not at all.
still not gonna be able to play.
But if you want to hear us debating about injustice or playing video games or debating everything else in video games, go check us out on Eligible Monster, and we'll see you next week right here at the RnBe podcast.
God, you said that so fast.
I can talk quickly. I'm an auctioneer. That'll be 1 1 1. Like I got 200. All right, we'll see you next time.
Cool. I've done it. I've created art. Jessica Drew or Gwen Stacy? Jessica Drew, you piece of shit. They're also completely different characters, though. I don't like comparing two characters, and that's like it. You gotta be more specific, you know? Like, whose costume do you like better? Or who do you think's funnier? Or who do you think would win in a fight? Or, you know? Like, I don't... Sorry for the mic handling noises. I don't really know what you're asking if you just say name or name. Mopey, I appreciated your help. You saved me I feel like you saved me like 15 or 20 minutes probably, which is good. We were able to get it done in under 3 hours, which is what I was shooting for. Just barely, but we got there. Now I just gotta make a thumbnail and then do one more thing. And then I can start packing. Probably use that for the thumbnail. Wouldn't you think? Don't you know? Who would win in a fight? Hawkeye or Green Arrow? Probably Green Arrow. I'm not gonna do that. Thumb. Can't have text on text. What is this? A farm? No. God. This is a professional deal. Oops. Alright. Don't worry, I'm not done yet. I'm just want to fix that because it's annoying me. You know what? I'll keep that. I'm just gonna not do it on his head. Just mask that bit out. Okay. Mask, 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 mask. My name is Mask. Well, my middle name is Mask, you see. Some point I'm gonna have to explain why I searched Deadpool rape to a police officer. I hope you're happy. Sorry. Sleepy. You ever been so tired that you just wanna die? I didn't think I'd be this tired. I really didn't. Just 'cause I used all my energy when I was running errands earlier. 'Cause I was outside and doing things. And I paid a lot more money to ship something to someone than I had anticipated. And I was like, oh, well, that wasn't fun. It wasn't a good experience. I kind of like the halftone thing that I did on the last episode. So maybe I'll continue that trend here. Maybe that could be like a podcast thing where the background is blurred halftones as opposed to just blur. We'll see. No one's gonna notice, but I don't know. Would I rather see a Ghost Rider or Blade Netflix series? Probably Ghost Rider. Kind of don't care about Blade in literally any way. Thank you, Mopey. Glad you'll notice. We'll know. Why did that... Hold on. Just clear that out. Let's just get rid of... Let's just delete the smart filters. Delete it. Delete. Gone. Go in the filter gallery. Why is it doing that? Why is it yellow like that? Why? 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 I don't understand why it's coming out yellow. It's very odd. Never seen... Normally, halftone outputs as black and white. All of these are outputting as yellow for some weird reason. They're all adding like a yellow. Except this one. water paper is fine. What the fuck? Even when I made it black and white, makes it yellow. Does anybody know what the hell is going on here? Would I be willing to do a short tutorial on that thumbnail, or maybe just upload this chunk of the stream? Well, I could do a dedicated thumbnail stream at some point, but also I have decided that fucking new YouTube. I have decided that I'm gonna keep the unlisted streams up. So all archives will be a thing. They're just down here. So if you go to the channel page and you go to this new section called Old Stuff, this has always been like a collection of playlists, but I finally settled on what it's going to be. And it's just retired shows and stream archives. So the top playlist here will be all the stream archives. Okay. So after this stream is completed, a couple hours after probably, you can come here and look, and it'll be here. But also, yeah, I guess I could probably, I mean, do you have any specific questions? Because I could just answer those now. That's fine. I'm just trying to figure out why the fuck this smart filter is not working like it should be. What if I rasterized this? Where's rasterize? There it is. I always lose that. Okay, so now that's rasterized and then converted it back to a smart object. So that is inherently black and white. There's no color being added. There can't be. It's still yellow. So that's not the issue. Yeah, let's try that, Mopey. Well, actually, let's try using a different image as the background. It's being slow because I'm exporting. Just trying to absorb information. Well, yeah, the streams like this will definitely help. I've learned a lot by just watching people edit. Yellow. Yellow. I guess we could turn, if we turned the adjustment layer off, but I don't see why. No, that doesn't do anything. Why is it yellow? Why is it yellow? We're in RGB. Let's just open this image. RGB 8, filter gallery. It's yellow. What the fuck? All the sketch. All of the sketch options are. I know why. It's this. I knew I recognized that color. It was the palette affecting it. Wow. I did not know that's where it drew from. Interesting. Now I know. That's very good to know. Cool. Well, I don't want to use that anyway. I wanted to use this. I knew I recognized that color, and it couldn't have been a coincidence. So, I got there eventually. This is the Creative Cloud version. I think, no, I wanted to use overlay, right? No. Maybe light or screen, sorry. Multiply? Multiply could work. Blur the... This one didn't come out as well. Let me look at the other one. I didn't know what you meant by palette at first, Mopey. I thought you meant my adjustments layers. Yes, this is CC 2017. How did I do this one? Because this one looks far better. Oh, it's much lower contrast, that's why. There's also an... Oh no, there's not an overall color to it. Yeah, it looks better. Okay. Just for a little more background separation there. And we're just gonna... Probably a green. Maybe like a very subtle green. That works. Okay. I know it's still the world exploding. I don't want people to not know that. That's fine. It's an image that's seen in the video, so there's no problem with that. If I wanted to use it just because I've used random pictures for backgrounds and thumbnails before, and I've just pixelated or blurred them to the point where you just, it is pointless. You can't see shit. But that's the point. You just need like some color variation to apply a... You're just using it as a texture essentially. Hey everybody. Let me sit up and be professional. Ugh. Hi gang. Just downloading some footage on my monitor. While we wait for the export, I'm gonna... Oh. Just have to do one more small thing. Did I create that custom workspace in Premiere? What custom workspace? Oh, this? Yeah. I mean, it's this and this is... Oh, apparently that doesn't work. There it is. This is what my second monitor looks like. So I have my markers, my audio mixer, and then this is my picture bin, so just so I can see everything. And then generally I have Clover up here, which is just File Explorer with tabs, and then Media Encoder or Pandora up there. And then this is everything over here. So I've got just the project finder thing. This tab has essential graphics, effect controls, and a source monitor. This one is the main program monitor with metadata and history if I ever need that. Here's my effects. Here's my timeline. Here's my tools. And then I have a third monitor, but it just has either like messaging apps, or right now it has the chat OBS and stream alerts on. They're also both 4K monitors, which is why I'm able to get away with so much shit on them at once without it seeming cramped. What was I doing? Right. I remember. Ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doom. Psh, 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 psh. This side. Fix that side of my shirt. Did that finish? Nope. There it goes. Okay. Basically, I just need to pop an intro into a video and then export that as its own little thing real quick. Honestly, I'm just gonna use this. Well, what? Hold on. What frame rate? To find out what frame rate this is, I'm just gonna use this same project folder or projects file. There's no point in not doing that. Bye, David. Fucking everyone and their mother, and my mother literally, decided to contact me once I started streaming. So, I'm gonna have a lot to deal with when I'm done here. Apparently. Alright. No, not... That's wrong. Oh, good. It is 24. Okay, cool. So I can just use this. Don't need that. And we'll get rid of that as well. Oh, I could probably bring this back up while I do this bit. So all I need to do is grab that and that, shink 'em. Look at that solid Benny face right there. Do I want to play the Spider-Man PS4 game? Absolutely. Probably gonna stream it. Generally I do 24 frames, but I have 4 sequences. These 2 are specifically for comic story and stuff. These 2 are for gaming stuff normally, and they're all the same. They just have different things loaded into them. Like the gaming ones have the gaming intro already loaded up, and they all have mixing stuff for the mics. But I just use whatever I'm sent footage in. So like for this podcast, it's all in 30, so I used a 30 frame sequence. But I traditionally use 24. Just because it looks real pretty. How do I feel about the white spider logo? It's fine. They said that it has a reason, so I'm intrigued to hear the reason.
Hey everyone, as you know, I'm currently on vacation, and if you didn't know that I was on vacation, then you know now. I reached out to a few of my comic book YouTube channel friends, but most of them were also busy. All except Fancy Team. That's right, Jay decided that he was going to help me out by giving me a video. Now we went through the list together, I approved it, so it's something that I would have created here on Comic Historian, but you're going to get a mixing of his presentation with my presentation. Don't forget. Hey, Dylan!
Hi.
Hey everyone,
Hey everyone. Hey guys.
Hey everyone! Now some of you may know that I'm on vacation, and if you didn't know, you're watching this video.
Sure, you can't beat the classics, but I think they just did it in a meta sense they did it because they wanted to set themselves apart from the movie and the comics, because they're doing something different. And I think that's great. Yeah, Jay made a nice Hulk video for the channel.
So anyway,
Media encoder's freaking the fuck out on the other monitor. For some reason, whenever I play, whenever I do playback in Premiere, it pauses on media encoder. So me like starting and stopping so frequently is making media encoder go crazy. Do I recommend a particular mic for video essays? Yeah, actually. You know, bring it up. If you can afford it, buy this. It's $400. Or this one works. This one's a little bassier than the other standard, which is the E320 or something. Not this one, but it looks like it. It's the one that Rob has. But yeah, this is a very good mic. But you could also just get like this one works fine. The AT2020. You could get these are the ones that we use for the podcast. They work fine. It's also it's USB, but it also has an XLR output. The one you're currently listening to is this, the Rode NT5, if it'll come up. That's what you're currently listening to. The only reason I don't fully recommend it for video essays is because it's not cardioid. It's it is a condenser microphone, but sorry, that was just a false statement that I made. It's more sensitive. It has a more open pattern than what's the term for that? Because the difference is like if I clap behind it, or if I just like make noise behind it, like that noise you're hearing is behind it. A dynamic microphone. That's what the thing is. The frequency is just it's not as sensitive as a mic, so you have to get closer to it. But like I can get really close to this one, or I could just like talk away from it, and it's probably still fine. But I feel like this mic is a little more the reason these are used so heavily in podcast and voiceover situations is because they're so not sensitive that you have to get so close to them, because then you can have many of them in a room and it'll only pick up what's right in front of it. But starting out, I would definitely recommend, if you really have to go with a USB mic, I would recommend the ATR 2100. It's a solid starter because it's just very, it's dynamic and this is specifically for like podcasting and stuff or voiceover. It has, the outputs are really why this one kind of shines. It's very good quality, but it has an XLR output and a USB output and a monitor. So if you want to spend a little more money and you have if you want to spend a little more money including buying a mixer, you could go with the AT2020. And I don't really know past that, except after the AT2020 you would probably just jump up to the SM7B. Yes, I'm talking about the online podcast. That's what we record that with, the ATR 2100. Why is there no new NerdSync podcast today? Because the NerdSync podcast hasn't existed for a long time. Is the Yeti still even relevant? Don't buy the Yeti. You could buy the Yeti if you want, but it is very digital sounding and is just not great. The only argument for the Yeti is that it's cheap, and it's really not, because you can get an AT2020 and a mixer or a USB AT2020 for cheaper. So you could also, if you really wanted to, if you're fucking rich man Magoo, do they even sell this shit? They do. You could get this. This is like not even. This is past prosumer at this point. This is fucking Hollywood top tier dialogue. This is also not a dynamic mic. This is a shotgun mic, but this is what's used on movies to record audio. And just the bass is $1,000. So, you know, that's like the red camera of microphones in terms of like film microphones.
Remember that Green Arrow story that we did a while ago? Yeah, I forgot about it too, hence why it hasn't been on the channel. But if you do enjoy his style and you want to show your support for his channel, or just show your appreciation for him, or just
I don't think that Green Arrow intro is not for me. That's for someone else.
Channel, or just show your appreciation for him helping me out, then just go on over to his channel and subscribe. The link is down below, but now I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Let's get to that video.
What happens here? Why does he look down?
Video.
One of my thoughts on the new Spider-Man cartoon: looks like trash garbage.
Oh, that's right. So anyway, I really do appreciate him.
Bad pacing. Bad pacing. It's bad pacing.
Right. So anyway, I really do appreciate him helping me out, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I know. And there you have it. We have more of a resolution to the Green Arrow storyline that once again Why is everyone looking at me like I'm crazy?
Yes, that is not for me. That's for someone editing a Green Arrow video. Does anybody else have any more gear talk? I love talking about fucking equipment and gear. It's my favorite. Do I think it's time for Iron Man to die in the MCU? I don't think it's time for him to die, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did. Oh wow, he made... Yikes. He made his watermark far too small. I didn't realize that without putting it into Premiere. Jay put the comic story on watermark very tiny. That's fine. That's whatever. Okay. I'll just throw this in here. It's fine. Cue it up. Trash and garbage are the same thing. $6,000 worth of mics. Shit. Well, also, I think you're fine, Mario, because this mic, this one, is technically supposed to be used to record music. It's supposed to be used to record like drum kits and stuff, which is why it's so sensitive, because you can just turn the gain down way down and get just the drum sounds really nice. And that's why it comes in like a 2-pack, which, yeah, see, for drum set. but it can be used just as fine for voiceover, or just, you know, like, it's also it's a pencil microphone, so that, like, it's not very direct either. It's direct, but like I was, that example earlier of clapping behind it is still about as clear as clapping behind or in front of it. So I guess I could give a better example of that with my actual webcam. So if the microphone is right here, you can tell that I'm clapping behind it, but because it's such a short tube of the microphone, it's not as directional as a longer shotgun mic, which that's just general mic things, but I like talking about mics and stuff. I got my hair cut today, but this little bit won't go down, but that's okay. I am Danny Rand, the immortal Iron Fist, protector of Kunlun and sworn enemy of the Hand. Danny Rand can suck my Danny dick. Get your technical terms out of here. Alright. I bought some stuff earlier today. It's pretty fun. Well, just one thing. So, for anyone that watched the Horizon stream a couple days ago. Oh, and someone asked earlier when I'm going to stream Horizon again. Probably not for like a week. Or like a week and a half. Because tomorrow I'm leaving my home for 10 days. So I'm not going to be able to stream. I might do some periscopes, and maybe I'll convince Benny and the boys to stream at some point, but I'm going to be MIA for like 10 days. But on that Horizon stream, I knew this was going to be a problem, because I'm not stupid, but I wanted to see how big of a problem it was, to see if it was worth fixing and sinking money into to fix. The problem I'm referring to is when you are and this is another reason why a dynamic microphone is better for just full voiceover stuff, or one with a longer, more directional profile, is when you're specifically when you're playing games for Let's Plays or for streams or whatever the case may be, and you're not wearing headphones and you still want to hear the audio, you have to either not listen to the audio at all, or put the TV way down, or wear headphones. Those are the solutions. If you don't, you're going to get echo and weird doubling up of the game audio, because it's coming through the microphone and it's coming through the speakers. So most people's solution to that is just to get a dynamic microphone where it's very sensitive and you have to be right in front of it for it to pick up your voice, and turn the TV down a little bit so you don't get any of that crossover. That's what most people do, but I'm stuck with this microphone. Not stuck with it, but I have dynamic mics, but I want, for everything on this channel, I want to use this microphone or the other one that's exactly like it. It's the same microphone. I want to use these microphones because I want the channel to remain, at least in an audio way, consistent. Audioly. Whatever the word for visually is. But audio, that consistent, because it sounds better when you're not using. I personally hate it when there are different mics being used in different situations, so I am a big fan of how orally, big fan of how these streams sound almost identical, slightly worse, but almost identical to my pre-recorded edited video. Audibly, that works too. But so I did the Horizon stream, and I turned the TV volume down to like 12, and I knew it was going to be a problem and it wasn't terrible. Like if I was talking and a lot of sound was going on at once, you couldn't really notice. But in dialogue scenes, you can very well like hear the TV in the background because that's not a dynamic mic, and it was picking that up. So my solution comes in the form of this. It's all leading up to this. So what this is essentially is it's a tiny little USB powered mixer that has three line inputs, which are just 3.5 millimeter, eighth inch, whatever you want to call it. Eighth inch is right? I don't know. It's 3.5 millimeter. They're just aux ports, headphone jacks essentially, and you can mix them and then output it into a single source. So what I'm gonna do is, in that first one, my TV has a headphone jack. So I'm gonna take this, use it just a male-to-male aux cord, basically plug from the TV into this, and then take the audio from my desktop and plug that with another aux cord from the desktop or wherever it may be to grab the desktop audio into this, and then output to a Bluetooth transmitter, which I will connect with Bluetooth headphones to, and that will allow me to sit on the couch with headphones on, listening to the game audio and the desktop audio for music or stream alerts or whatever, and none of it will come through on the microphone if I don't want it to. So there you go. That's why I bought this. And that will mean that when I do those living room streams or those those living room streams when I'm playing Horizon or any other game, Spider-Man, PS4 in the future, you won't hear any weird echo. And that's also why you don't hear any weird echo when I'm playing back things here, because I'm wearing headphones. The only thing that I won't be able to do, and I might figure out the only solution. The only thing I won't be able to do is monitor my microphone at the same time, which if I want to just here, I'm just going to turn the phone's volume down, or no, yeah, the phone's volume down up here. So I'm going to have to get reused to this, or just use different I'll probably just use earbuds or something, or Bluetooth, like different Bluetooth headphones than these, because these are very sound canceling. So not monitoring yourself is a little nasty, especially if you're not hearing anything. Not nasty, it's just it's hard to get used to, but especially when you're used to actually monitoring yourself. But the problem is I could very easily with this thing, I could plug in, like, I could go from my microphone mixer into this third input and then output that, but then I would have to run a very long cable for my headphones, because if I transmitted over Bluetooth, then we get a speech jammer position where my headphone monitor is slightly delayed because it's going over Bluetooth, and you can tell because you're real-time monitoring your voice. You're not just listening to music where it's compensated for that or whatever. And who knows, maybe this thing is too slow and it won't be enough. Like I'll have to run that wire anyway, but for now I'm operating under the assumption that I'm going to use the Bluetooth transmitter as the output and just listen with Bluetooth headphones. So yeah, that's that. And I'm doing a similar situation currently, but I'm not really doing a similar situation. I have a small mixer on my desk that I have this mic plugged into through a long XLR cable, and it's getting sound from the desktop through USB, and I have these headphones plugged in via this cord. And I bought the Bluetooth transmitter to plug into the mixer to get rid of this wire, but I found out that there was too much delay through Bluetooth, because Bluetooth isn't perfect yet. So like the music was coming through without any delay just fine. Everything on the desktop was coming through, but just can't quite real-time monitor a mic over Bluetooth yet. We're not there yet. Oh, I'm very aware of the Scarlett series, but they're far too expensive for what I'm trying to do. And also, I just don't like the I'm not a fan of the footprint of the Scarletts. Like, I know they're probably like fucking fantastic and beautiful, but I don't really like that you plug things into the front. But like specifically for mics, like these seem like they're more so used for music. I would much prefer if there was the preamp, the XLR input was on the back, if I was going to use it for a mic. Just any of these. They're all this. They're all like this, I'm pretty sure. They all have their inputs in the front. Because, like, that makes sense in a music setting. But, like, in a desk setting, when I'm just putting things on my desk, I guess this would make sense for the living room, but I don't need that. What monitors am I using? Boy, that could mean a lot, because we're talking about audio right now. I'll answer that in literally every way possible. Headphones, I'm using the ATH MX20s. Or no, sorry, MX20s, M50Xs. What is MX20? I don't know where I got that from. Let me find, hold on. Let me find the actual video monitors that I'm using. Because that's probably what you're asking. I'm using, here we go. I'm using two of these. Two Samsung U28 EF90D 28-inch 4K monitors. And then one of this Samsung S24 E310HL 23.6-inch 1080 monitor. And then as far as speakers go, I'm just using some shitty $30 Logitech speakers. They're fine. Should I make a... I feel like I should probably make a thumbnail for the J video. But I don't know. I guess I'll make one. Go back to the 28-inch? Yeah, sure. Here you go. Look at it for a bit. For a wee bit. Who all am I editing for? Currently just the Eligible Monster and Comic Storian channels. I do freelance for NerdSync occasionally still. But, whoa, hello. There we go. Nice, Mario. Yeah, they're good monitors. I'm a big fan. They're not like the best thing in the world, but they're cheap. They're 4K. Color good. I like them. Opinions on Scott's haircut? It's good. I don't care. It's his head. That's the dream, Mario. I'm resisting making Mario jokes because I feel like you've heard them all, and I don't want to put you through that again. I can't speak German, Will. Oh shit. Oh good. I'm not. I thought I accidentally showed my address, but I'm still on, I was still on my webcam. I didn't. Either way, but... I don't know any German. I'm sorry. Making thumbnails. Adobe Magic. Wow. This is not intentional. I read the word Mario that many times and it happens, okay? I'm sorry. Scott's not a baby bald boy. He may be bald, but he's not a baby bald boy. You're all baby bald boy. Z. I always do that. I said color overlay when I mean stroke. These are the noises I make, apparently. Let's do like a nice deep pink. Beautiful. Oops. I'm sorry, Mario. It's my subconscious. The subconscious wants what the subconscious wants. Yeah, I did. Well, not content aware scale, just content aware fill. What you talking about Cyndaquil in German for? What's going on here? I think I'm done. Just in general. No. I need to upload these videos now. And then pack. It's later than I wanted it to be, but the second I start uploading, the stream's gonna go poopy. So, I'm gonna boogie. But Orms Forum on Saturday, show with reviews next week probably. And that's that. No more streams for at least a week. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna be here. I'm gonna be elsewhere. But when I'm back, expect many Horizon streams because I'll have the equipment for it all to sound great, and I'm just gonna be wanting to play Horizon probably. So, hell yeah. I'll see you guys next week, I guess. Maybe you should follow me on Twitter over here. Wait, no, over right there. Follow me on Twitter and talk to me there. I'll probably be tweeting a lot. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.